You're a
Okay.
cheating sore loser that tosses the Monopoly board, that commits basically RICO and federal
crimes.
cyber terrorism.
Terrorism.
Yes.
I'm a terrorist.
Oh, that's huge terrorism.
That's
yes.
huge terrorism. Oh my god, I'm like 9/11 levels.
Yeah, I'm on my phone because I'm completely DDoSed out of existence right now.
I just know that my router was absolutely crash melted from basically over packet stimulation. They were ramming my router with ridiculous amounts of packets, probably opening up a bunch of web pages on my router, and it was making my kilobytes that I can normally see be about 5,000 kilobytes. Made it zoom up to maxing out my kilobyte threshold, therefore crashing my router. You know that your underlings had something to do with this, bro. You know that they did.
By the way, what act of terrorism did I commit?
Across state lines, denial of service spam, denying a competing business enterprise from basically functioning, using abusive communities, sending them over for like hate raids.
Hate raids. My hate raids.
Yeah, you attacked polls. You attacked the polls last week. That's the reason they had to change the rules.
I attacked
It's not
polls?
just my community,
What does
Dylan.
that
It's not
even
just my
mean?
community that thinks this, bro.
You can't keep getting away with it! You can't keep getting away with it!
He won't. Some of you might be confused as to why I would be FBI's most wanted or what's going on here. So, as many of you know and were present for, I was on Brant for Liberty's panel show last night. And yesterday, I was doing what Brant knew I was doing. And I've talked to Brant behind closed doors. I was being the liberal elitist bad guy. I had my crown. I had my Joe Blow glasses. I had my robe. I was in such a getup and was acting such a way that if you took me too seriously, okay, you'd look silly. And I was a provocateur of the night. I was like Milo Yiannopoulos, except I wasn't going after Muslim people or wasn't saying weird things about Catholic priests. So the thing is, after a while, I get eliminated. And that's fine, right? People get eliminated, they lose, they win, it's whatever, right? It's his show, doesn't really matter. Apparently, Brant thought I cared a lot more than I actually did. Afterwards, and I've got all the logs to prove it, okay? Apparently, if it goes to court, okay? I've got all the logs to prove it. I just sat down and I was just talking to my girlfriend for like 2 hours, right? And then after that, I was in Fabian's chat, just chatting away, right? But during the end of this debate tournament competition that I was involved in, a Brant for Liberty was reading off the results. And apparently, his stream kept crashing. And you know what? I've been there. I've been there before. I remember I was hosting debates that were very big debates. Boom, stream crashes again and again and again. You just can't get it working. And I remember thinking when I was there, man, am I being DDoSed? Is this my bad internet? And you start thinking like you're under attack, and you start getting like a little conspiracy theory. Now, usually, I'm able to reflect and be like, most likely it was either my router or there was some outage situation in the area, or it was any number of things. It could be DDoS. Who knows? Right? Right? Who knows what it was? And the same thing for Brant. Who knows? Right? Fabian suggested that maybe he just had a bad router. Brant is persistent that it was a DDoS attack. And okay, but let me tell you something. There is a lot of people in the world, right? A lot of people in the world. And out of all of the people in the world, Brant was confident. Hey, Brant, I see you in chat. Brant was confident that I was behind an act of cyber terrorism. That's right, cyber terrorism. When you look in my face, 1 second, okay? What do you see? When you look in my face, what do you see? Do you see just some Twitch streamer? Just some 20-year-old? No. you see the face of a hardened criminal. FBI's most wanted cyber terrorist. If you're a Twitch streamer out there, you can't live peacefully knowing that I walk amongst you, because my movers and shakers might come out of the woodwork, and who knows what they could do. Think of all the panel shows who have fallen before me before, and once again, my movers and shakers have acted and with such brutality, with such disgusting conduct. And I once again stand upon the pile of hard-working Americans as another liberal elitist taking their jobs away. Anyway, look. All jokes aside, Brant had some speculations upon why his stream wasn't working during the reading of announcements. We're gonna play that. I mean, he said it publicly, right? Because here's the thing, right? I don't care if you like think I'm like an evil bastard for some reason, like whatever, right? If I work you so good during one of these things that you actually start thinking that I'm the evil coastal elitist, that's fine. It just means I'm doing a good job. But approach me in private. This is a tip for everybody. If you got a problem with me, I advise you to approach me in private. Because once you start making like public like accusations and throwing this out and throwing that out and throwing this out and throwing that out, then like everything past that point is fair game to be public. You say something publicly, then I'm going to respond to it publicly. And I'm going to respond to it on whatever platform is made available to me to speak about it publicly. I mean, that's only fair. If you want to say something about someone on a public platform, you're not going to be that surprised if they say something back on a public platform, right? Brant was in chat saying this is the grift or whatever. I don't know. I mean, you say something publicly, I don't know what exactly you expect. You know, if they're throwing around terrorism accusations, I don't know exactly what you get. Anyway, we'll play some of this footage. Again, remember, at this point I was like gone for like 2 hours or maybe 3. I don't remember exactly.
Because I'm completely DDoSed out of existence right now.
Oh no.
So his stream was crashing, coming back up, crashing, coming back up. It wasn't working.
Yeah. Hey, Scott. Do you get a clue of what the fuck I'm talking about now?
I mean, I don't think you're getting DDoSed.
Oh, it's just this coincidental.
The timing is bizarre.
Yeah. No. I've talked to my ISP, man. You know what I'm saying? It's okay though, because once I find legal ramifications as far as a route, I'm a licensed business. I pay taxes. You know what I'm saying?
He pays taxes. You take him he pays taxes, everyone. Licensed business.
And committing cyber terrorism like that across
cyber terrorism
state lines
across state lines. Man, I'm getting flashbacks of the Kyle Rittenhouse trial. Across state lines, cyber terrorism across state lines. Let's hear that again.
I'm a licensed business. I pay taxes. You know what I'm saying? And committing cyber terrorism like that across state lines is a punishable. Yeah, that's a federal charge, especially if the motive is competing business enterprise. So yeah, it's gonna be legitimate. This is nice. So nice and respectful to everyone that's here. First off, Gatheist, I'm sorry you got disenfranchised by what's supposed to be a pretty progressive audience. But I just want to say that I appreciate you being a part of this. I'm going to tell everybody what their ranks are. I'm pretty sure, Based, you're still alive, right?
Yeah. Yes.
I'm live.
Have a VOD of this because I can't even go live. I'm on my phone internet right now. So this is what happens. Dude, you can't have anything nice. You can't be nice to people. You can't be fair with people. You either pay the mob or you get attacked by little pussy bitches that, you know.
Well, you tell them I'm gonna pull his goddamn head off.
Damn.
We'll see.
Okay.
We'll see. No, I'm just saying, like, y'all put in a lot of time tonight for somebody to like throw a piss fucking poor little pussy party just because they're fucking got their ass pounded in logic.
Okay, number one, okay. I enjoy getting my ass pounded, so that would not be a negative experience for me. So I don't understand how that would make me angry, okay? Number two, I mean, we can talk about look, I don't care that I lost, but if you really want to have a discussion about the deep intellectual heavyweight that was Yeety McYeterson, Mr. The vaccine is a social experiment, we can. But that's totally separate from, you know, cyber terrorism, I assume.
Pisses me off, man. I put a lot of work into this shit, dude. I know y'all do too. Like, y'all are here spending your night doing this. Man, dude, like, and I give people so many breaks. I'm nice to so many people all of the
So
time.
nice.
Yeah,
And
there's such
And
a
then
thing
this
as
is
fair
what
play.
happens when you're nice. When you're nice to people,
I'm pretty sure
you
he
get
just has an
shit
old
on,
router.
dude. That's how people are on Twitch.
Amazing. That's the first clip. Here's the second clip, okay? Here's the best one, okay?
All right. That being said, between and dude, I've been dude, they disenfranchised me out of this, dude. I'm gonna take legal
Voter
action against this
disenfranchised.
20-year-old.
You should.
Yeah.
What was that?
Between and dude, I've been dude, they disenfranchised me out of this, dude. I'm gonna take legal
Voter
action against this
disenfranchised.
20-year-old.
You should.
Yeah, I'm gonna definitely do that. He doesn't know about people that have like accountants and technical writers and lawyers on retainer.
He doesn't know
But
about
he'll
it
learn
yet.
about it. He'll learn. Yeah, he'll learn about it.
Yeah, the counting stops suspiciously. Okay.
Right. So
That being said,
it was tough.
Okay. So, cyber terrorism lawsuits. Got it. Okay. So, the accusation is that I DDoS attacked Branch Stream because I was angry about losing his debate tournament, and therefore it is an act of cyber terrorism across state lines, and he is now going to take legal action against me. You know, sue me. Because of my act of cyber terrorism against his competing business. His competing business. So, how do I put this? Number one, I think you're a little bit delusional here. Well, not a little bit, a lot delusional. This is something I like to call main character syndrome, okay? So, a lot of people, and I remember having to deal with this feeling too, is that when you're in the Twitch politics space and your stream crashes or you have some stream problems, you believe, for whatever reason, definitely when you're in the Twitch politics space, when you have controversial opinions or whatever, right? That people, right, are out to get you. They think they're out to get you, they're out to like grab you, they're out to, you know, whatever you, right? And therefore, if your stream goes down, or you have problems or any of this stuff, you assume, right, based upon that stuff, that the reason you're having these problems isn't due to your own internet or anything else. It is due to somebody having it out to get you through DDoS attack or other stuff, right? And this is like the belief that everybody has it out to get you. So, is it possible that Brant was being DDoSed? Of course it is. Of course it is. Brant, by the way, you're saying I'm too much of a pussy to talk about this live right after? I ended stream right after I got kicked out of your show. I wasn't going to start a new stream, okay? To just talk about this then. I went on to other shows to talk. Of course, you said something publicly on all these other people's channels. I can talk about it publicly too, okay? You hold yourself to one standard, and you hold other people to a separate standard. So, you can come in here right now and talk to me, Brant, okay? And tell me exactly how you're going to sue me. Nah, bro, you're a pussy? Okay, Brant, to be clear, you said you were going to sue me. Do it, bitch. Sue me. Take me to court. Do it. I'll pay for the lawyers. I want to see you give your money to some lawyer and tell them, this 20-year-old in Maryland did a cyber terrorism against me. Please burn them to the ground. And they're either going to laugh on your face or they're going to take your money and you're going to be out of thousands of dollars. That's going to be the two outcomes here, okay? That's going to be the two outcomes. I didn't DDoS you. If you had a problem, just come to me in private. And now you come to me in public, and now you're like, wait, Dylan talked to other people in public about what I said in public? Yes, that's how the sphere works, okay? I didn't DDoS you. You don't have any evidence of that. And I don't even know if you've really been DDoS. You could just have shitty internet and you might have to pay for something, right? That is another option. You could have maybe just paid for better internet. Maybe that's why you're having problems. Who knows? Could have been you were DDoSed. But let's say you were DDoSed. How do you know it was me? Oh, it was coincidence. Okay, that's your evidence? That's what you're going to take to court? That, oh, it must be Dylan because it happened at this opportune moment and Dylan was also voted off? Multiple people were voted off that night. There's multiple people who don't like you. It's not only just like, in fact, I didn't like you until now. I thought you were a fine guy, okay? But like CTV doesn't like you. I know there's other people who don't like you. There's a lot of lefties in the space who don't interact with you like very positively. It could be any of them. It could be just some random person who wants to fucking like make your life hell. So let's say you were DDoSed. How do you know it was me? And so if you're going to be throwing around cyber terrorism accusations, you got to get that stuff in order. Not to mention like lawsuits. Really? You're going to take me to court? Like, come on, dude. Really? Now you have to do it. If you don't do it now, you're backing off of your word. Come on, you gotta sue me, okay? So, just to be clear, I live in College Park, Maryland. My name is Dylan Patrick Burns, full legal name. I do not own my own business. This is all in my own name. I don't have an ILC, so you're gonna have to sue me, the person, okay? Just to be clear. So, I can get lawyers. We can take it to court. I don't know which court you want to take it to. I assume it's gonna be civil court of some sort, where you're gonna sue me for like reparations of some sort. Congratulations, okay? Too much of a pussy to pull you in? Okay. Come on in. Let's do it right now. Come on, Brant.
Yo. So first off, let me say my case, because you've had enough time to sit here. You've had enough time to sit here and spin your narrative. Yep. Oh, his internet was crashing multiple times. I don't have internet problems. I have the best internet that they offer in my area. So first off, my internet was fine. Talked to my ISP. They couldn't figure out why, but for some reason, my packets were being, from what they said, I'm not very tech savvy, were being overloaded. It was telling me instead of 5 kilobytes that I was functioning at like 20,000 kilobytes. It was trying to max out basically my upload. So, okay, you were kind of like feeding back into the mic. But yeah, all that aside, dude, you know that your underlings had something to do with this, bro. You know that they did. And you can play third degree like I'm not involved. I didn't have anything to do with this. But coincidence, 2 times in a row after you got kicked out after the intros, DDoSed right at the end of the intros, and then I wrote in the officer chat, I said, y'all, look, I'm pretty sure that if this is going to be what is going to be happening, it's going to happen again when we try to give out the awards. I'll put $100 on it. I typed it in the judge's chat. It happened as we were reading out the championship person. You know that is not a coincidence, Dylan. You know. You know that it's not a coincidence.
Really? Okay.
No, you know.
So
look,
you said you were going to sue me.
I'm not convinced.
So you're going to take me to court, right? You said you were going to sue me. So you're going to take this to court.
Look, Dylan. As soon as I find a legal,
do it, pussy.
Or a
do it.
Oh, hey, you can yell.
Do it.
All that stuff.
Do it. You don't have a case.
Exactly what
You're
happened.
delusional.
Oh, no. I will, Dylan.
You're
right now, we're finding a legal avenue. Once we find that, Dylan, it might have to be through terms of service, using abusive communities, sending them over for like hate raids,
Hate
let's
raids.
see.
My hate
Yeah,
raids.
you attacked polls. You attacked the polls last week. That's the reason we had to change the rules.
I attacked
It's not just my
polls?
community,
What does
Dylan.
that
It's not
even
just my
mean?
community that thinks this, bro. You affected maybe
attacked
about a
polls?
dozen communities. No, you affected about a dozen communities
Wow.
in doing this. It wasn't just me.
Okay.
It wasn't you disenfranchised
I
the winner
attacked
of the
the
show.
polls.
No, brother. You disenfranchised the winner of the show. You disenfranchised the other contestants that spent 5 hours
Really?
there. You disenfranchised the judges who
Wow.
spent 40 hours putting together the show. You ruined all
You're
of
a
that because
special
you were
snowflake.
you were too much of a pussy
Wow.
to take a loss. So
Wow.
that's what you did, Dylan.
Wow.
You didn't win
You're a
Monopoly,
big
so you
man.
tossed. Dude, you threw the Monopoly board over because you lost, homie. And
Dude.
there's, you can convince your underlings in chat,
You're
but you
crazy,
cannot.
man.
You can't convince the rest of the community that was
Really?
there, that Dylan. That's why immediately, as soon as it was over, you went on defensive PR the entire night, brother.
PR.
You went on the
Dude.
defensive PR.
Okay.
You're a terrible debater.
Wow,
You
there you
don't
go.
know how
Let
to
it
throw
go.
logical arguments out. You threw reference that were bunk. That's why you got eliminated. We checked your references and they were shit, Dylan. You are just a mouthpiece for CNN. That's all that you are, bro. You quote their shit, you eat, sleep, and you shit it out, Dylan. You're just a piece of shit, bro. It's
Wow.
okay. I really don't hate you. I'm just upset that you disenfranchise other
Wow.
people. Then you let another streamer talk shit about another content creator, making fun of his intellect, making fun of immutable character. The dude had brain cancer, and you fucking
Oh
mocked him
my
last night.
God.
No,
Really?
no. You can do
Really?
the
You're gonna do
really
that?
clutch your pearls,
Woke
brother.
skull?
Clutch your little pearls.
Soy
Clutch your
out?
little pearls, Dylan. You're getting your
SJW
pussy
style?
pound- You're
Okay,
getting your
yeah.
pussy pounded right now.
Really?
You're getting your
Okay.
pussy pounded
Well,
on Logic.
I'm happy you're coming out of the closet, but you're not my type. Now, the first thing is, okay, I rated the polls. You told everybody on the stream that, hey,
I said keep it fair,
hey,
Dylan. I
listen,
said
wait,
keep it fair.
listen. Okay, keep it fair. So you're saying that I should have told my community, hey, don't go vote. Don't go vote in the polls.
Dylan,
Don't
we
go.
have large
Yes,
communities.
we're
We have
allowed.
large
Stop.
communities.
Look,
We're
I just let you
we
rant.
have
I
a
let you
larger.
rant.
Okay,
You gotta
go ahead,
back off.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead. Okay.
So if I am participating in something where people vote, and this is how all these things go, okay? Their community goes in and they vote. And yes, I told my community to go vote for me to win, because that's how like elections work, and this is how these type of tournaments work. If you don't look at Trainwreck's podcast, if you look how my thing worked with my polling things, if any of these shows, you're gonna have their community get involved and vote. Rating the polls, you're gonna call that a hate raid? My people didn't go in, throw any slurs. My people didn't go in and do anything like, hey, go kill yourself or anything like that. If they did, send me the name of any of those people, and I'll immediately ban them permanently in my community. That's all you need to do.
Right now,
There's no
dude.
hate raids. Prove it.
No. The amount of going in on one of my friends last night, another content creator. If I would have done something like that to you or anyone else, they would take.
You knew that I was gonna act like that in advance.
No.
Yes, and I told you.
That was during the show. I'm not talking about during the show. I'm talking about after the show with another judge who should be maintaining to a degree professionalism after they represented a show. They should be not at any point distributing any type of bias and not admitting any type of bias like that. We took that very seriously, Dylan. And you went on there right after you talked shit with that person. Whenever I was already going through something that your community was putting
You
me
accused
through,
me of cyber terrorism, Brant. I'm gonna talk about it.
dude.
If I called you a terrorist, do you
I
not think
accused
that
you
you
of
would
the
talk
truth, bro? No,
cyber? You think I committed cyber terrorism,
dude,
Brant? You really
not
think I committed
directly,
cyber
but your
terrorism?
community did,
My
bro.
community.
You-
Prove it.
you
You
enabled
have to
somebody.
prove
You
it.
enabled somebody.
Who did I
Dylan.
enable? Show me
Dude,
evidence.
it's numbers. It's zeros and ones, bro. They
Zeros
will
and ones.
figure out
Yeah,
exactly
they'll
what
figure it
happened.
out. One day the numbers will come. The one day they'll flip the
You
5
can
states and
play-
Trump
you
will
can
become
play
president.
The, oh, it's
I
all
understand.
just. You can play the it's all just a conspiracy theory in your head stuff. But last night's an isolated incident. You did that because you lost. You can't take an L,
Why?
Dylan.
I
You want everything
left.
to be about
I
you,
understand
brother.
how these shows work, okay? I left. I was fine. I
Yeah,
went. And the thing
you
is,
understand how
Grant,
they cannot
if you
work
talk to
too
me in
by
private,
destroying
Grant,
what is fun.
Grant, if you came to me in private, I could show you call logs showing that right after the show. You know what I did? I was talking with my girlfriend for like an hour or 2 hours, and then after that,
Yeah,
I'm
that's
doing
usually
Jesus,
what somebody that
please.
wants to build an alibi does. And
What?
then they go online the whole night and they go, "Oh, I don't know why I'm on here
Build
defending
an
myself
alibi.
on 5 different
Okay,
channels."
so the problem is, let's say you now this is the problem. Now let's say after I didn't do anything, then you see, you could have been doing that. Let's say after I was doing something, you were building an alibi. See, there's no route I could go showing you no matter what amount of evidence to prove
No,
to
there
you
isn't, Dylan.
that
There
because
isn't, bro.
yeah,
There
exactly.
isn't.
You
did
have
it.
a
No,
you have a
did it.
wish in your head. You
and
want
your
this to be
community
true.
did it, bro.
You have a
Dude.
victim complex. That's the problem.
Nah,
you want to be the
dude.
victim.
You
and
have a
that's what
lack
you're
of
doing right now.
accountability complex.
You have
a lack of
victim
accountability,
complex.
bro.
You want to be
lost,
the
Dylan.
victim,
You
Brant.
lost.
You
took
want to
an
be the
L.
victim.
Dylan,
There's
you
no
lost.
evidence.
You took an L,
Show
and
me
then everybody
evidence.
else had to.
This is
Dude,
just
everybody
man,
else there knows it. Everybody else, it doesn't matter.
Dude,
because
you have
they,
no evidence.
in their
This
heart of
is
hearts,
just
they
like
believe it was you,
2020,
Dylan.
man.
In their heart of hearts, they believe it
Well,
was
yes,
you,
and a lot
Dylan.
of people believe that, like, I don't know, like Trump's still president. Doesn't mean it's true. QAnoners believe a lot of bullshit. You believe
Yeah, but
bullshit
those,
right here. This
those
is your
community
QAnon.
members,
This is your
those
QAnon.
community members are a good friend of mine, and I have no reason not to believe them.
But do they have
especially when I went
evidence?
to the
Do they have
same thing.
evidence?
I'm just letting you know, Dylan. You can
Show
sit
me
on
evidence.
it.
Sue
and
me.
you can
No, I want you to
sue.
sue me. You better sue me. If you don't sue me, now I'm gonna call you a pussy for the rest of your life. Sue me.
Oh, you can call me a pussy all that you want, bro, but
Sue
the rest
me.
of the community still has you stained with being a fucking cheating ass pussy.
And people
That's what you
now,
are.
dude, you're
No.
so spiteful. I should have listened to CTV when you warned me about you, but I was like, I don't even
Oh,
give a
dude,
fuck.
yeah, you should
Oh my
definitely be
God.
listening to CTV, bro.
Unironically,
Yeah,
I should
Mr.
have. I was
Mr.
like, I don't
25
care.
viewer Andy when nobody's hosting him.
What?
When
Dude,
nobody-
who cares
yeah.
if he's not? Dude, why? Wait, you're gonna go on viewership now? Is that what you've lowered yourself to? You're just.
Oh, dude,
is that
he's
what this
talked enough
is?
shit about me. I'll go in on him. I don't give a fuck about him,
Dude,
I'll go on in.
why do you need to be such a victim? Why do you need this to be the
Why
shit that
did
there's
you-
a grand conspiracy? That's what you're reaching for right
Because
now.
you ruined something that was
Prove it.
like
You
2
don't
months.
have no evidence, man. Why would I be
That's the
determined
only
to ruin
argument
this?
you have is prove it.
Yeah,
like that's your
that
only
is
thing.
the best argument. Like, hey, do you have evidence that I did this thing? No evidence. That is the
Like
yes. That is
like
my argument.
I said, Dylan. Like I said, brother, you know what you did. You
I
know
am
what
like
your
I
community
am
did.
like the
It doesn't
specter
matter,
over
brother.
Twitch politics. No matter what, it's
Oh,
always
hey.
somehow my fault, man.
Hey, dude, you can believe what you want to believe in your mind that you've now like figmented up as this week's
You
reality.
are so delusional, man. You don't have any evidence.
No.
You're making up a fan fiction, a conspiracy theory. You have no evidence.
No, dude.
Do you have
I'm
any
not making
evidence?
up anything,
Show me
Dylan.
evidence then.
Dude, Dylan, this is literally
there it
less
is.
than 20. It's less than 24 hours from.
Well,
the
then yes,
situation,
okay,
dude.
okay. The longer this goes on, the more days you won't have
Oh
evidence.
yeah,
you don't
dude,
have anything.
I understand, Dylan. Oh yeah, I know, man. We can just debate around in circles and keep it super vague. You know what you did.
I can show you
know
all my
what your
Discord DMs from the
community
night
did.
if you want. I can show you all of them.
Dude, people that want to cover their tracks will cover their tracks, brother.
So
you have a
you-
large
there's-
enterprise
again,
to
there's
protect.
no
You have a
large
you have a
enterprise.
fairly large enterprise to protect. You would take any and all
Why would I
precautions.
go on
People
your
take
show?
more precautions to cheat on their spouse, brother.
Grant,
You don't think I think that you'll do what
Grant,
it takes?
I went on your show as the largest creator. If I didn't want your show to succeed, I just wouldn't have gone on or offered to give you advice in private on how to
Or
run your show better.
as you thought you seemingly, you thought you seemingly had control of the show because you had a judge, you had sway over.
I
a judge.
had a sway over a judge.
Dude,
How?
he admitted that he admitted to you in an interview afterward that he was just trying to push you through to the third round.
Wait,
the
to be
entire
to be
time.
clear, he said he was trying to push me through to the third round because he thought I performed well. That's how judges are supposed to judge.
Dude,
That's how judges work.
there's an entire one-on-one conversation where y'all proceeded to
Yes.
shit.
Yes,
on
because you just called me a
everything.
terrorist after, and then he said it was bad judging. If your own judges think you did a bad job, that's your fault. Okay, that's not my fault.
My own judges are the one guy that was dick riding you.
Yes. So what you're saying is your own judge disagrees with you and agrees with me. That's what
My
you're
own
saying.
judge that I selected that chose to be a fanboy for you.
A fanboy.
Now all of a sudden, because he has a bias for you,
The
that I was supposed to
anarcho-capitalist
believe
is a
now his
fanboy
subject.
for me. The CNN shill, which you called me earlier.
Yeah, you're right. That's why he's not, because that's why he sat for you like with what, an hour and a half last night talking to you, 2
Yeah,
hours talking to you.
I can
Yeah,
be
he's not a fan of you. He's not a
dude,
fan of
I
you, but
can
he
be
used you for clout chasing.
I can be
Dylan.
friendly with people that I disagree with politically. I do it
Yeah,
all the time.
especially when they're placating you, right?
What do
and
you
they're
mean?
going, "Oh, it was terrible. I
Look,
had to be in with all these hillbillies and all this stuff." You
What
talk
do you mean?
shit
Hillbillies.
like hella
When did they
shit.
say hillbillies? When did I say that?
Oh, Cletus or Yeetus the Cletus talking shit about how Cat begged to be eliminated because and then Fabian jumped in, basically
if
calling
your
everybody
show-
rednecks and stuff.
dude, Okay, number one,
No, dude,
I never called anyone a redneck. I have no clue where you're pulling this out from. Okay, look, if I disagree with how a show is run, or if I disagree with being called a terrorist, I think I'm allowed to express that, and that's perfectly fine, and anyone else would in a similar situation.
Well, the way I look at it, brother, you owe about at least 5 to 6 content creators that waited the full 5 hours. You owe them an apology.
Okay, how about this? Suck my cock, suck my nards, and no.
No, that's great because now the rest of that community will now on my channel.
I have
a
no
copy of
apology. Okay, there's no reason for me to apologize because I didn't do anything.
I understand that. No, I understand being infamous gets you clicks and views as well.
What do you mean infamous? I didn't do anything.
A curd is a curd.
I didn't do anything. What do you mean being infamous?
You get clicks either way, Dylan, because you're either getting clicks because you're hated or because people actually like what you're doing. Yeah, you're gonna drive this up because now there's actually something legitimate that's in the works against you right now, which by the way,
I'm telling you to sue me. Sue me. I'm telling you to sue me.
I know, it's real fun to sue me. Oh, just wait, brother. You're gonna be begging. Please don't.
Don't worry, the FBI already has a most wanted poster out for me. Have you seen it?
Dude, no, look. I know it's funny right now.
Yeah, it is very funny.
Hilarious
it is very funny. Yes.
But what's even more funny is when it turns out to be true. Yeah. And then what happens is your ass gets in trouble.
Trump's gonna be inaugurated any day now.
Yeah, exactly. No, what I'm saying is what's gonna be funny, Dylan, is we can circle around this right now. But when it comes back around and the burden of guilt is on you to some degree, whether it's terms of service. Violations or you straight up broke the law, it will come. Look, man, I'm telling you, I'm giving you an opportunity to just apologize and let's move on from this. No, okay, all right, right on.
I need you to apologize for me for calling me a terrorist. That's what I need. And throwing out accusations. Why did you come to me in private and talk to me about it? If you had concerns, isn't the best and most appropriate thing to do to go to somebody in private?
Because you ruined an entire
ruin anything. I was the only one who made it interesting. After I left, like everybody else left.
You made it abysmally miserable for everyone else.
You wanted me to be like that. You did.
Yeah, I wanted you to pick at people's arguments. I didn't want you to pick at immutable characteristics.
You called it Bloodthirsty Thursdays. You wanted a blood sports tournament.
No. You have a show where you tell people. No. I follow the same rules that you do, brother. Don't make fun of people's immutable characteristics.
By the way, you're welcome for your whole model.
It's not the whole model. I picked parts that are from you, inspiration-wise, and I've given you that credit.
Is this like maybe JLP was right. It's a hate the father type scenario. Since I'm born, it's a hate the father. I'm the father here.
Twice your age, nearly.
Yeah, yet I'm still the father. So I'm still the daddy. Exactly. That's the problem here. Because I born like 90% of what your show is, and you just bastardized it. You bastardized it.
No. I was doing fantastic before I met you, Dylan. I was getting hundreds of viewership at a time. Now that I've started doing more work with you, my numbers have actually gone down. I actually had a very long conversation with my community. Nothing that I'm doing that is with you has gained me any numbers. I can go back every time you've ever asked me on the show. My lowest viewership is when I'm on your show because people in my community mainly, they just don't like you. But I try to say, look, we talk every day about reaching across the aisle and talking to people. I brought you on my show regardless of what other people were saying.
Thing is,
second week, when your community pushed you through in the second week or the third week, I defended you. When you came to the show and the first thing you did was you insulted the judges, the first thing that came out of your mouth was insulting the judges and then everybody else that was there. And after you did that, you proceeded, and I understand it's a blood sport. It's about having fun, getting into a character and stuff. But there is another level in which the way you made some of the people on that panel feel. Wow. I know that if the same thing happened on a panel, the opposite anecdote, that those people would be right now, they'd be on the fucking line right now, whether or not they even had a Twitch channel or not. Wow. So I don't even want to bring it to that. I mean, and Hassan got banned. Hassan got banned for less than what you have taken part in.
I have done. When my evil deeds, my dude, honestly, I think
it's a big joke right now.
I just beat out Dylan Roof for the most notorious Dylan, it sounds like.
Bro, you're a cheater. You can't take a loss, man.
A cheater. How did I cheat? Prove it.
You flipped the Monopoly board, bro.
Where's the proof?
Like I said, brother.
Yeah, there it is.
In due time, my friend. In due time. No.
So the problem is also all this thing about me being mean. I was watching you. You were laughing for a lot of it. I'm talking about this Pestan company.
Exactly.
You were laughing. You were all going along with it. You enjoyed it. And everyone could tell you were enjoying it, okay? You could have DM'd me at any point and be like, hey, Dylan, because I told you in advance. I sent you these. I even sent you one of the scripts in advance.
Like I said, in the air,
you knew it. You
like
knew what I was going to say in advance.
After the show, what you said out of character, what you said about some of the people. When go back to Fabian's interview and just watch it. I clipped 6 of them last night. I stopped at 6 because I was just like, this is getting depressing. Sitting there just watching somebody like basically.
I'm
for
sure you were there clipping all night.
I couldn't defend myself because I was taken offline. You're over there talking about more community members, including the ones that were connected with what I had going on.
Tell me what I said. Tell me what I said. Tell me about the evil things I said. Tell me.
Okay, first off, Kat wanted to be eliminated. That she was like, oh, as soon as I saw. No, that was actually Fabian that said that. You said the paint chips off the wall.
That was funny.
You said you apologized to the kids instead of him.
That was funny.
No, Dylan. You realize that guy has brain cancer and he has a immutable stutter and he has like he literally like goes in and out of consciousness when he's talking.
To be clear, look, let me be clear, okay? You can do the whole like SJW that was very offensive thing. Let me be clear. If somebody is on a platform giving political opinions and those political opinions are stupid, I can attack that person's intelligence. If they don't want their intelligence to be attacked when they're giving political opinions, they shouldn't be going on a debate show called Bloodthirsty Thursday. Your show's called Bloodthirsty Thursday. It's called Bloodthirsty Thursday. Why is it called
his policy ideas? You weren't critiquing his idea.
Why is it called Bloodthirsty Thursdays?
Intelligence, bro.
Yes, because he was stupid. That's the problem. He was stupid.
Nice.
He said, wait, to be clear, he said that the COVID vaccine was a social experiment and then provided to show zero evidence.
No, he said it was an emergency youth.
That doesn't prove that it's a social experiment. How does that prove it's a social experiment? Let's talk about it right now.
Because last night, you and Fabian explained last night that had he brought that up, you would have been like, okay, that's a logical argument. And then we went back and said, well, he did bring up that argument.
The problem,
you omitted that he brought up the argument.
You're floundering. You're like a fucking fish out of water right now.
I'm making a good point, and you have to stop me. Pump the brakes, Brant. You're making too much sense, Brant.
Go, Brant. Go. Make sense. Do it right now. I want to watch you attempt to make sense. Go.
Okay. You made fun of the guy after it was in the frame of a rebuttal or talking about the topic. You insulted the guy's intellect outside of something that had to pertain with keeping a conversation going. You did it just to insult him. You went after his immutable characteristic rather than asking like, hey, before I go in on this guy, I'm not making fun of something, am I? What if he would have been like borderline special education? Would you still win in on him, Dylan? Or would you just play the game and compete?
I would have said the exact same thing. And the reason why is if you're on a platform to give political opinions.
You represent Twitch, Dylan.
I don't care. If you're on a platform to
give... You don't care that you represent Twitch.
Yeah, I represent myself. And if Twitch wants to ban me, they can ban me anytime they want, okay? If somebody comes on and they're giving political opinions on a talk show called Bloodthirsty Thursdays, and they're giving their political opinion out there, and it's stuff like the COVID vaccine is a social experiment, I can call them stupid if I think that opinion's stupid. And you want to know what? He's not the only person I called stupid or wrong or insulted there. So the idea that I centered this guy out because he has brain cancer is ridiculous, and you're floundering.
You did. You made the entire second topic picking on this guy. You didn't.
Because he said the most ridiculous thing.
Okay, he said ridiculous thing. Your things that you're saying are ridiculous because in a variety of words. You don't have to say it like I said it.
I can insult. So the idea that this could be part of some grand government plot to maybe a social experiment, which Yeety McYeterson claimed, I think is very fickle. And I would like to see evidence for that. Because when you claim something's a social experiment, what you're doing is just spreading vaccine disinformation. You're going out there and scaring people with a boogeyman that this vaccine is actually a government plot to do so-and-so, this and that. And then there's people, the elderly, 70, 80% of people. I remember having a conversation with my father, someone who's nearing 60 and has lung cancer. Right? This is the person who should be getting the vaccine. And him telling me, well, I heard that the government's doing this, and I heard the government's doing that. And I have to sit down and have a talk with my dad saying, hey, Dad, You will fucking die if you get COVID. And I have to tell him why all the shit that Yeety McGeederson just said is fucking stupid and comes from people who ate lead chips as a child, okay? It's not real. It's bullshit. It's Alex Jones nonsense. It's not a social experiment. You're just delusional. I can insult people. I don't care. This is so ridiculous, man. This is like the most
I understand that you can
Look, well, okay, one of your people said they're gonna rip my head off. I'm not here like complaining about who cares, right? And that's like most closer to a threat than anything. But I don't give a fuck. You want to know why? Because I'm not a baby, okay? I'm not a baby. I don't need my I don't need my diapers in a bottle.
No, brother. That's a person in your chat probably upset with the way that you're fucking.
No, that was on your show. That was on your show. One of your judges said they were gonna rip my head off.
Let me ask you this, Dylan.
Why would they say they were gonna rip my head off? No. What does that mean?
Well, I don't know what that means because I'm not a fucking like psychic. Okay, I don't know what the fuck.
I think you know exactly what that means, Brant.
I mean, I'm pretty sure I know what rip your head off means, but I mean, why don't you handle that individually instead of tying me to it?
Well, look, it was on your show. It was on your show. What do you mean? It was one of your judges. It's one of your guys. And if I gotta be accountable for all my evil movers and shakers, you gotta be accountable for all your guys. It happened
I'm telling you to provide me with a line. When did it happen?
It happened. I can tell you the exact time span when it happened, actually.
Dude, you can't have anything nice. You can't be nice to people. You can't be fair with people. You either pay the mob or you get attacked by little pussy bitches that, you know.
Well, you tell them I'm going to pull his goddamn head off.
We'll see.
Okay.
We'll see.
1 second.
See, unlike you, I would be willing to atone and have accountability for things rather than you
14,
who will pivot.
13 seconds. There you go. If you want to watch it, that's when you come back and you start complaining about somebody who got his ass patted, blah, 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 and you go do that, and he's like, yeah, I'll rip his head off, right? Like, but you want to know what? I don't care. Because you want to know why? I'm not a baby. And I got over it. Who cares?
Well, I would say this, just like anyone else, that nobody should be making any threats to anyone over the internet, and much less should they have their communities be DDoSing people. How hard would it be?
Well, then show me evidence that happened.
Hold on, man. Hold on. How hard would it be, Dylan, to be like, look, I personally have no involvement in this, Brant, but I just want you to know that I condemn anybody in my community if they inadvertently did it. I condemn anybody that if they were involved in this, if they consider themselves my friend, this isn't cool. Why don't you condemn the actions, Dylan? Why don't you condemn what happened? And why don't you say, why don't you do it? If you want to be someone who said, oh, I liked you, Brant, all this, well, then why did you, the first second you could,
because you called me a terrorist. No, if CTV tomorrow called me a terrorist, I think that I'd probably reverse my opinion on CTV rather quickly.
Bro, because your community.
By the way, what act of terrorism did I commit?
Across state lines, denial of denial of service spam, denying a competing business enterprise from basically functioning. And if you do that, like if I were to DDoS any stand, that's huge terrorism.
That's huge terrorism. Oh my God, I'm like 9/11 levels.
Oh, exactly, chat. Let's get really. What we have to do, chat, is we have to institute a level of comedy and everything, so that the harshness of the reality
is silly. That's why it's comedic.
No, the harshness of the reality can't.
You don't realize how silly you look right now, do you?
No. To my community, I sound great right now because I'm actually defending them.
Well, then your community probably also
who can't debate. Who said you said the same joke over and over again? The tomato soup flyover. Like you're not as You're not as funny as your writers think that they are. You're not as funny.
My writers? What do you mean by writers?
You're not as funny as your little little crew of ghostwriters. Yeah, you got people that are feeding you shit that basically that run and operate and put your show together for you.
My writers. Is it Danabo? Is it Geek? They're my editors.
Probably, dude.
Where you have evidence of a script or anything?
They're basically centipede connected.
Dude, you know I'm like a huge wrestling fan, right? So like, why would I have anybody else write my stuff? I would be the one to do it. I enjoy that stuff. I like coming up with lines because I'm a huge wrestling fan.
Yeah, you do it all yourself, Dylan.
You're saying it like it's like a crazy statement for somebody to say their own words are their own. Yes, that is.
Yeah. I know, exactly. Yeah. Every rapper writes their own lyrics. Every country singer.
I don't think it's like a rapper or country singer for me to just like do a single.
No, a person who's a part of a production company, it would be totally impossible.
Dude, no, you just don't have any evidence. Again, it's just all just like
I said, dude, you're not as funny in these debates as your writers think that they are.
Dude, I don't have writers. I don't know what you're talking about. It's not that
No,
difficult.
that's a side point. That's a side point away
live.
from the main point, which is, like I said, you flipped the Monopoly board because
I
you lost.
didn't do anything, Brant.
You
You're
should have
just
seen
angry.
it, chat.
You're just
Y'all should
angry.
have seen how he was grinding his jaw whenever he got eliminated when he was doing the outro. And I was being, you know, everybody did kind of go in on you, and I told them not to because
They're allowed to go in on me. That was my job, was to be the bad guy.
No, but they were
Brant.
going beyond. They were going beyond. Like, people were saying things that were inappropriate, and I ended up like reprimanding them and being like, "No, he's actually a good dude.
Wait. To
He
be
knows,
clear,
he knows how to play the
so-
part well," is what I said.
Yeah, that was my job, was to play the part. And we both knew that going into it. But also, so they went too far, but calling me a cyber terrorist is not going too far.
Bro, if the shoe fits, wear it.
But you don't have any evidence. Dude, the
Like
thing
I
is,
said, brother.
let me be clear. If I know anything, okay, it's that, and I've learned this, is that accusations, you need to make sure you got all your ducks in a row before you come out with accusations.
Like I said, brother, at this point, me and my community know what happened, and that's enough, honestly. At this
Dude,
point, I'm gonna make sure.
Contact your ISP, contact the feds, contact whatever you need to do to look for evidence.
I know, brother.
And let me tell you, and by the way,
hey, look, you did the safe third party route. I understand.
What
dude.
do you mean? But you don't have any evidence. You're just
Dylan,
speculating.
you have to shoot it down. I know you have. You're so defensive right now. I know. Last night you should have seen how nervous he was, sitting there like this in the fucking thing. Here, let me make sure I do this so that your chat can see me sitting there, literally fucking thumbing back and forth, nervous as hell because you knew what you had just done. You knew what you did. Sitting there, literally just sitting there like this, talking, and Fabian's like sitting there, y'all both looking back at each other, and you're just sitting there like, yeah, man, I didn't do that.
Here's my
Why would you
DDoSer.
say
He's
that?
come in. I'm bringing him in. I'm admitted to everything. Geek.
No.
No.
Here's my DDoSer.
I'm sorry. As Dylan writer, I have to say I don't appreciate you shitting on my work. Dylan is always funny. It's not my fault if it's going off script from time to time, you know?
Thank you, Geek. I appreciate it. Stand up for your work.
Yeah, see, like I said, he doesn't put together his own productions, like I said, and then he acts like he does.
Wait, do you act? You realize that was a joke, right?
Yeah, I know, but which of you is a joke, and which are we getting to the serious conversation here? Then when have I?
This is
cracked
all
a
of it.
joke?
Okay, let me be serious for a moment. You asked me to condemn an action, okay? If anyone actually DDoSed you, then I do condemn that. People shouldn't DDoS other people. This is people's job. This is people's careers. This is how people pay the bills. I disagree with a lot of people. I don't like a lot of people. I don't DDoS them. I don't do that type of stuff because at the end of the day, I know they got families to feed. They got to put food on the table. I did not participate in any DDoSing of you, Brant. I did not do it through a third party. I did not do it through myself. I'm willing to give you access to my DMs, to all this stuff, but you're not willing to accept that information. And if you want to live in a world where I DDoS you because that makes you feel better, that's your business, Brant. But I'm going to respond to accusations of cyber terrorism.
Now let me ask you this: was it hard to do that just then, to condemn whoever it was within your community?
No.
Who did
Can you
that?
apologize for calling me a cyber terrorist? And wait, it wasn't. How do you know somebody in my community?
I don't know yet. I don't know. I don't know 100% who the burden of responsibility falls on. I just know that my router was absolutely crash melted from basically over packet stimulation. They were ramming my router with ridiculous amounts of packets, probably opening up a bunch of web pages on my router, and it was making my kilobytes that I can normally see be about 5,000 kilobytes. Made it zoom up to maxing out my kilobyte threshold, therefore crashing my router over and over again for exactly 59 minutes. And all of that, and when I talked to my ISP, literally what they said was somebody is distributive denial spamming you right now, and they're going to give me a new IP. So
Brant, you just say you don't know where the burden of blame lies upon, yet you still threw cyber terrorism accusations at me. Wouldn't it be better to wait until you know who it is to then throw out terrorism accusations?
Dylan, right now, my hunch, it would be like telling somebody who basically knows who committed an act against someone that they love. They already know it. They just need now for the process to take place. So
What?
I'm gonna say this, dude. I accept
What does that
your
even
apology
mean?
a little bit. No, look, I accept your apology.
I didn't
a little
apologize
bit
for
late.
anything. I don't apologize for
Okay,
anything.
well, he didn't apologize for anything, chat. All the other stuff he was saying was purely a charade.
I'm saying that listen, I'm saying that I condemn anybody DDoSing any other streamer. That's not an apology. That's just a principle. I'm against people trying to stop other people from doing their jobs. But if you are going to accuse other specific people of being involved in type of stuff or community, you have to have evidence of that type of stuff. This is the type of stuff people actually do have to be fined tons of money for. The feds getting like all this stuff. So if you're gonna make
the feds get involved.
Exactly. Yes. So if you're going to do
do
that. So please, if you're going to do that, make sure you got your ducks in a row. And
Oh,
please,
no, trust me.
get the lawsuit ready.
The
Look what
ducks are
happens.
being calibrated right now in a row.
I'm sure
I'm
they
just letting you know.
I don't think that's how ducks work.
So, after the accusation, basically, what do you have that ties, like, okay, you get DDoS, but how do you tie Dylan to this?
Because it happened right after he got eliminated, right after we did intro. So he was the last person eliminated in the second topic. As soon as we finished the intro, like they let us finish the last intro. As soon as we finished the last intro, we went to the volley period. They took me down. Then I went back up and I messaged the judges and I said, "Look, y'all, they keep spiking my connection right now, and it keeps zooming up. If you're having like a deficit of internet connection, you will be lacking kilobytes. If you're being spammed packets on your router, you will have 20,000 kilobytes. It'll just cap out. See, I have 20 megabyte upload, so it caps out at 20 megabytes or 20,000 kilobytes. So what it's trying to do is it's trying to basically run all the things in the background plus the dedicated streaming connection, and it's crashing. I'm literally watching it happen as it's happening. And when it happens, I try my best to take like a clock calculation where it happened on the clock. Then I call my ISP and I say, "Look, check at this exact time on my router." And they go, "Yeah, that's exactly what's happening right now. We're going to give you a new IP." And so when they did that, it took a little while for the new IP and everything. But I haven't had any more of those issues since then. But yeah, I'm gonna get
none of that was
log.
evidence.
That log that you're talking about, the one that said I was being DDoS, that is what is being looked at by Spectrum. Fucking what are they? Cybersecurity team or whatever the fuck it is. They're literally looking at it right now because I am a business and it's their best interest to make sure that my business is protected.
None of
so
that
they're gonna
tied me
find
to
out
it.
whoever did. What I'm saying is
So
they're gonna
basically,
find
all
out
of
who it
this,
is.
you say timing fits.
Is that it? Is just the timing? Is that all you have?
Nobody else would have been involved in doing that.
Don't you think? Okay, let me
How
ask you a
do you
question.
know?
Nobody
Like, how do you
else.
know this?
How
There's
do
the other people. Am I the only person who would have had an interest
Dylan,
in
like
doing
plausible
this? Really?
deniability on the internet is huge. I understand that. I realize your point. You're gonna protect your business. You're gonna protect your brand.
Protect
But
my
as far as
business.
I and the
How
rest
would
of the
this
community,
protect my business?
like I said, because if your channel gets taken down, you lose a large amount of monetary revenue. At 20
You
years
think
old,
this
do you
is
not
gonna make me
understand?
lose my channel? You really think this is what's gonna happen here?
If you're found guilty of fostering a
But there's
community
no
that
evidence.
is doing things, if you're found guilty of those things, you don't think that would be something you have to
But there's
defend.
no
you have
evidence.
to deflect. You have to deny right now. It's okay.
Look, you know, it'd be easier if somebody in my community did do that. By the way,
You have to deflect.
what you're talking about right now isn't even true. So if it was the case that somebody in my community, a random viewer, right, did do this, you know what would be the course of action I would take? I would ban them permanently from my community, and Twitch wouldn't ban me. That's not how Twitch runs their business. This has happened a bunch of different times, and I've never heard of anyone ever being banned because one of their community members DDoS somebody. You would have to tie me directly to the DDoSing for that type of thing to happen.
Like I said, brother, hey, you may have cleaned up your crime out here. We're gonna see if we can actually tie the dots to you. If we can, I'm going to take full legal action. I have a lawyer right now, an accountant, and a technical writer on a $5,000 retainer. I've had them on a retainer for about 4 years.
Yeah, we have 100 lawyers. Yeah, we got 100 lawyers.
No, that's cool. All I need is for mine to
My
like
lawyers
submit
and
the
big
charges.
lawyers.
Yeah, but oh no, I don't know. I'll be getting like
Hey, my lawyers
DAs
color within the
involved.
lines. Hey, my lawyers don't eat lead chips. Okay, my lawyers are smarter.
Oh, word. So we'll insult more people's intelligence.
Yes, I'm gonna insult your imaginary lawyers. Yes.
Yep.
I'm sure your lawyers are very insulted.
He wants to insult so many people that he makes up new people to insult.
You wait, so you're admitting your lawyers are imaginary? Wonderful. Thank you.
No,
Thank you
no,
for
no,
admitting
I said
that. You
he
did
made
it. You just did
No,
it. You
I
admitted your
didn't.
lawyers are imaginary.
You just
I
said
insulted
you
your
made
lawyers.
up the lawyer.
You just
No,
admitted,
you're so
you just
good at this
admitted
like
it.
little false equivalency bullshit. Nobody believes what you're saying. Maybe your
Floundering.
fuck boys and fuck girls on your channel do,
Hey,
but on
I
my
appreciate
channel,
the inclusion.
86 people.
Fuck
Oh,
boys
yeah,
and
no.
fuck girls. I appreciate the
Oh yeah,
inclusion.
hey, we're equal opportunity on
Thanks
this
for
channel for
attending.
sure. Yeah, no. Look, here's the thing. In closing, Dylan, you're a sore loser. You're a cancer to the community.
A cancer.
Yeah, you
I'll
are
say
a
a plague,
cancer.
like the Mongol
No,
horde.
you are
I would say
literally
maybe
a
the
plague.
Fourth Reich.
Whatever
Who
your
knows?
favorite illness is, that is what you
Wow.
are. Once I find
Wait, I
it
thought you
out,
were against
Dylan,
insults. What happened to that?
No. We're here on a 1v1. So I'm gonna let you. I'm not gonna talk behind your.
Well, more
fucking
like
back.
1v1, like a half maybe. Like I don't know, man. I don't know if you're all there.
What? Okay. So now I'm half of a human, chat.
Yep.
That's
Oh
progressive.
my God.
A subhuman. No, I can
getting-
play this game, bro.
You're
can
the
play
one been playing the game from the beginning. Yeah.
Nah, bro.
You've been playing the
Nah,
victim.
nah.
You're playing the victim.
Nah, dude. Nah, dude. You're a pussy, dog.
When I said
It's
you're all
okay.
not all there, I was
No, you
insulting your
can't- you can't
intelligence,
take-
Brant.
No. I know.
And I hate that I have to explain this to
I
you.
know.
I'm not
Oh,
saying
no,
you're
I know,
subhuman.
bro. No, I know, dude. You're a sore loser. You got to deflect anytime somebody brings up the burden of accountability and how you are attached to it, whether it be indirectly or directly.
your new arc?
You don't want to assume accountability, and
Dude,
there's a lot of people
you
that are
should've
seeing
just-
it.
Dude,
Dylan is
dude.
the worst and everything. Cyber terrorist. Again,
Yeah.
beside timing, what else do you have as evidence that it's Dylan or someone?
He
of
went on
public
after.
opinion?
Okay. So, like, let's say something happens coincidentally with me, right? And then at the same time that it happens coincidentally, right? I go around and I talk shit about, oh yeah, my movers and my shakers, all this, and I'm poking the bear on that instead of diffusing it. I'm poking the bear. To me,
You're the
that'd
bear?
be like somebody. That'd be like somebody writing a book about, hey, if I killed somebody, this is how I would do
Are
it.
you the bear?
Yeah.
Do
I didn't know you
know
were.
any movers
Oh,
and
wait.
shakers?
I didn't know you were gay. Very happy to have you come out of the closet.
All right. Do you know why movers and shakers is a meme?
Hmm?
Do
Oh
you
yeah,
where it comes from?
I know it's originally a meme from another channel. I know exactly what you're talking about.
No,
But
it's
when
a
I'm
meme about Dylan talking about like his movers and shakers, saying that he got people working in the background and having like this like whole
Yeah.
network of
That's
people.
why it's so
can you not-
funny because
can
you're
you not
taking the
see how
meme
it's
too
not-
seriously.
Okay, so like if somebody dies and somebody jokes about how they killed the person,
And it was me
then,
all
like,
along. Yeah, that's the joke.
Yeah,
Because the
yeah.
idea is that anything bad happens on political Twitch or anybody's channel has problems, it's always Dylan because Dylan's the evil businessman.
Okay, so
That's the
especially
idea.
if coincidentally you're the main suspect, you
Why?
would
How
be
am I the
cracking
main
those jokes?
suspect? You don't have any evidence. You have to have evidence before someone's the
Bro.
main suspect.
Bro, no, it's dude.
Yeah,
Your
Dylan, you did it.
ability your
Confess.
ability to pivot is actually
How
world
did
class.
I pivot?
I
You
have
said
to
I'm the
say
main
that.
suspect, and you have no
no.
evidence tying me to the crime.
Because you're wanting me to provide something right now.
Because I
for
want
which I haven't been
evidence?
fully.
Then don't make
Dude.
accusations if you don't have evidence. That's how you do these things. I've learned that firsthand. It's not a smart thing to do.
I can make whatever accusation that I want. Like you're a
Okay.
cheating sore loser that
Okay.
tosses the monopoly board, that commits basically RICO and federal
Federal crimes.
cyber terrorism.
Terrorism.
Yes.
I'm a terrorist.
Yeah,
I'm a cyber
Yeah, you
terrorist.
are a cyber
Dude, this is gonna be a
terrorist, brother,
banger
whether you want to
YouTube
admit it.
video. Oh my god.
Oh no,
Right,
it's gonna
fuck
be
it,
a
I'm not
banger
Dylan
YouTube
Burns
video.
editor anymore.
You know, the more spotlight you
you're-
put on your.
You're
This is not a good
100
idea to
viewers,
put more
Andy.
spotlight
You're
on
not
I'm gonna
competition.
do it.
Shut the fuck up.
What?
You're 100 viewer, Andy. You're not competition. Shut the fuck up. Who
Oh, I didn't say. I didn't say I was
think that
competing.
Dylan cares
No,
that
do
much
you
about
think
your
that?
fucking
Do you
shitty
think
show
I want
to
to
do
watch
anything about it?
access my
Even less
followers?
DDoS. I'm the guy helping Dylan in the background when it comes to technical issues. He got trouble plugging his fucking monitor for 2 months, and you're going to tell me that this dude DDoSed anyone? You're a fucking clown, dude. I'm sorry. You got
Hey, why don't
nothing.
you dick ride him harder? Dick ride him harder, dude. Dick
Yeah.
ride him harder. It's my boy. He's still my boy, and you are making fun of my boy. Oh goodness. Fucking, you're a clown. What do you do, Mr. Geck? You have what, 2 viewers? when you're sitting there
Yes, I
editing
am-
videos. You've
I'm
never done
streaming
shit
at
with
7
your life,
viewer, you
bro.
dumb fuck.
You are a French basement dwelling, dino nugget, fucking non-accountability, dick riding, clout chasing, fucking loser. That's what you are, bro.
Oh, you hated
You
insults.
Wow, that
you
was a lot of
you
adjectives.
have to
Wait.
jump on somebody else. No, you had to jump on somebody else's dick because
No, you insulted
Wait,
my
really
work
quick.
as a ghostwriter for Dylan. I'm sorry, I take offense in that.
Yeah,
Really
he
quick, hey,
managed all
Brant.
my DDoSes.
Sansol here. How's it going, buddy? I
Yeah.
have literally no fucking clue what's going on here, but I know that me and you have like a good rapport. Maybe I can calm things down a little bit.
Listen, Sonso, it's
this dude's a
serious.
cheating fuck, dude, and this other
It's
dude's
about
hold on.
fucking
cyber
dick riding clout
terrorism.
I'm a,
chaser.
Okay,
he's
well, hold
accused
on.
me of terrorism, Sansol.
Okay, yeah. Let me
Alright,
hear
I
it from
shut up
the
now.
from the horse's mouth. All right. So Brant, what's up, bud?
This
I
dude-
literally have no fucking
This
clue
no
what's
no
going
look
on.
look.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be calm about it too because I do respect you, son. We've had good conversations. That aside, Dylan was a part of something that I've been doing for like 3 months now. He lost fairly because he got too toxic, which blows my mind that in the character that we agreed that he was going to play that he got too toxic. It was okay to crack jokes and get crazy sometimes, but he went after people too hard and a little too rough. He went after the same person because he knew that he could bully that person. It went beyond. It was attacking immutable characteristics. He was then removed in the second topic. After the second topic, he was eliminated. He threw a temper tantrum, probably outside of this, and I swear, I put my hand on a Bible and I would testify that that dude right there is who either directly or indirectly was involved in DDoSing the stream. Because right after, I've done 12, 15-hour streams 500 times. Today is my 500th episode. I have streamed 6,000 hours on this fucking thing. I haven't had other people like Destiny inflate my numbers. I haven't had other people do that shit. I've made my own fucking way in this fucking community. I wanted to get involved with Dylan because I liked what he was doing. He showed his ass. He got eliminated. He got toxic. His community, either through him, his order, or indirectly, DDoSed me last night. Would not let us finish the show. Wouldn't
So
let
let
us,
me-
after having gone for fucking months without any interruptions, not having any problems, not having anything like that. All of a sudden, and the first time it happened, it was like a little warning shot. I even said it. I was like, I think I just got a warning shot disconnection because my kilobytes just zoomed way off the map and it just crashed my router. I came back. We finished up the third topic. As we're going to the championship announcement, we announced 5th place. We announced 4th place. We get to the point where we're going to announce 3rd, 2nd, and 1st at the same time, and I get disconnected. I get taken down. My router basically turns into a brick for the next 59 minutes.
Okay, really quick. So
Just like 9/11.
So here's a couple of things.
I'm
so
here
This is
just for record. I've been hearing that there's
Yeah.
apparently accusations thrown at me. and
yeah,
shit.
really quick. I
Oh
just
yeah,
got here. I just
Fabian,
wanna, like, run down.
you took the leisure to talk shit about mutable characteristics in our
Okay, really
community.
quick.
You made fun of Yeety. He's got a fucking brain disorder, you fucking heartless piece of shit. Talking
Okay.
about somebody after a show, do it during the show. Crack jokes
Console.
during the show.
Okay, really quick.
Can
really
I make
quick.
my
So,
case, Sansol, at any point? I just
Well, yeah, you can make your case here in a second, but like,
Why is Sansol
okay,
here?
because I have a good rapport with Brant, and I feel
He's
like
one of my
I
movers
can
and
get
shakers.
through this.
Moderating. All right.
Yeah.
Roger.
So like, Brant. So here's a couple of things. Number one, I think that it's pretty unlikely that Dylan DDoSed you. Because like of a couple of reasons. Number one, doesn't seem really in character for him. Number two, it's incredibly like expensive and difficult to successfully DDoS someone, from what I understand. I thought that I was getting DDoSed a while back, like constantly, because my stream was cutting out like every hour.
I
for
never have issues, Sansol.
Well,
It happened.
it
what
was
I
out
did
of
was
nowhere, right?
no, but
Well,
I'm gonna let you finish. Let me just say
Sure.
one little sentence, okay? Whenever it happened the first time, I put a message in the judges thing. I said I'll put $100 on it that they're gonna try this shit towards the end of the show. I'll put $100 on it. Fabian, did I or did I not fucking write that in the judges chat?
Yeah, you did.
Okay,
I did.
So
Absolutely. He was
so
betting that it would happen again. Now,
it's a
whether or
really-
not they tried this shit is
Yeah.
provable or anything is totally different. But
so it's
did say that.
really difficult to DDoS someone. It's it's possible that it could be like a million different other factors before making the accusation of DDoSing. I know it really fucking sucks when your stream goes down, especially on something like as big as that, like the announcement of, you know, your championship shit. But like it could be something as benign as you have like an outdated Ethernet cable or an Ethernet cable that
bro.
doesn't it's like the
I
2.0
appreciate
instead
I
of 3.0.
appreciate you being like a voice of reason and being like could be this or that, but I didn't go to bed till 10 in the morning.
I would
I
just
didn't
say
go to
like
bed till 10 in the morning. I stayed up all night
I just think
figuring
that
out like is
when,
it that or is it that? And then
right.
once I got
So-
word that it was in fact that, and we were changing my ISP or not my ISP, my static IP, that's whenever I realized like they're letting me know that it did happen, and they're gonna like diagnose the problem further on because they might just submit it to the authorities if they can find that it was
Sure.
something that violated their company's terms.
totally.
That's illegal,
So,
right?
like,
Yeah.
So if they're going to look into it, like that's totally fucking fine. And you know what?
But
If
it
Dylan
was
did-
DDoS.
Sure,
It was
if it was-
100%
yeah.
a DDoS.
Okay, so at least if you like know that from your ISP, that's great. Like that takes out one layer of like mystery from this, right? I don't have a lot of time because I have you know, New Year's stuff, I have family and all that. But like here's my thing. Even if Dylan did do this, for you to come out and like make this hard line accusation, which is a really, really serious accusation that he's trying to like take down the.
It's a serious thing that he did.
Well, this is what I would say. I don't think that making accusations that fucking heavy this early on before they've even given you a report as to what state it was conducted in or like anything like that, what the IP address of who was DDoSing you, depending on what information they give you, like it makes it like it'll always bite you in the ass to come out and make the hardcore accusation against someone.
What I do, it doesn't feel bad at all to call somebody who I feel was a sore loser.
Not that it's feel bad,
Yeah.
right? Just that like the perception of you is going to like tank as a result of this. If you like,
honestly, the biggest person I'm disappointed in is honestly Fabian. Like that's the person I'm the biggest disappointed in because you went a little bit too hard on the panel. Something that it was my first time running. You took the whole like condescending approach in analyzing this, and I mean you're just getting your start. And I understand that like maybe you don't understand the importance of your platform and talking shit and stuff like that, but.
Well, see,
I didn't say anything. No. But I didn't say anything about you,
I do have to
Fabian.
go. I promised my girlfriend I'd be done at 6. All right, I'm 7 minutes past that. This is all I'll say. All right. I think that. Oh, you know what? Yeah, I'll let you make your
I just
case.
hopped in here because people are talking shit about me. I don't fucking want to be a part of this goddamn bullshit.
The last thing I want to
you
hear.
were talking shit last night, Fabian. Your truth you were talking about was you talking shit. So now this is ramifications for talking shit. I actually think you're a cool dude. You have great points, but I think that you dipped your hand in the cookie jar last night and were a piece of shit. And you owe an apology.
If you call me,
the last thing, Fabian, please,
anybody.
I really have a limited time.
Well, the community
The last
sees you
thing
as you are.
The last thing I need to hear from Brant is, are you like
Tie that
I know
top
that
knot
you're
tighter.
upset
All right,
about like two
Sansol.
things.
Let's
I'm
not.
literally people are yelling over you to call me a piece of shit, and you're like,
I know, but I'm going to have to leave immediately after this, and then you can go as hard as you want on them. All right, blood sports. Okay, and then I'm going to let Dylan talk. All right. So, Brant, it sounds like you're angry about two things. Number one, the conduct on the panel, which I have not seen, and the DDoSing stuff. It seems like the stuff that you're more angry about is the very, very personal shit that went over the line from the agreed upon like character that they were supposed to be playing. Right.
Yep.
It seems like that's the thing that you've thrown out there the most instead of the DDoS stuff. So I would drop that until you have more.
Well, like I said, the DDoSing happened.
You know?
The question is which one of his community members was involved.
How do you know it was my community though?
Hey, all they can do is they can tie associated IPs with chats, see if they correlate, and if they time out the correct way, and they can pretty much surmise whether or not it was your community that was involved.
Your investigation. Fully support your investigation. All right, Dylan, you can go ahead and do your thing now, and then I do have to hop out.
I hope Batman gets on it. So the thing is, the first thing I'd like to say is about the character. It is a show called Bloodthirsty Thursdays on Thursdays. I told Brant in advance the type of character I'd be playing. I was wearing a crown, my what was referred to as Joe Blow sunglasses, my robe, and everything. I was doing the whole shtick. so to speak, right? And Brant the whole time was, you know, laughing along. Now, the reason he's angry is because one of the people on the show apparently across the line, because I said to this person, after they said that the COVID vaccine was a social experiment and provided basically zero evidence for that after I asked for evidence.
Okay.
Stop, Brant. I let you do your whole rant.
Yeah,
what he's going to say is evidence is he said that it got emergency use authorization. That is not evidence of a social experiment. That is evidence of nothing. Definitely since it no longer has emergency use authorization and is fully approved by the FDA. But I thought it was a stupid position. And so I said that the person ate lead chips as a child. And then later I apologized to the children who had to eat lead chips for comparing them to this man, right? So the thing is, right?
Jesus.
That was
Doubling
an insult.
down
Now
on
let me, Brant, can I get less ringside commentary? Okay. So the thing is, right, I insulted his intelligence because I thought he said something stupid. And now, after the fact, I'm being told, well, he has brain cancer. And I'm like, well, that's very sad. But if somebody goes onto a political talk show called Bloodthirsty Thursdays, right, onto a debate tournament where Brant knows I'm doing this character and it was agreed upon beforehand, right, it's fine. I find it a little hard to think that I can't insult somebody's intelligence if they're putting out political positions, definitely political positions like the COVID vaccine is a social experiment. I feel like that's completely not under the belt. I didn't go like, your mother's a whore, or like anything like that. I stick to going after people's intelligence. And as far as I know, this individual does not have a history of actually eating lead paint chips. If he did, maybe then I shouldn't have gone there, but I have yet to see that evidence provided. On to the DDoSing stuff. There's no evidence tying me to that. I've offered to Brant to show all my DMs to show I didn't communicate with anybody that has done this type of stuff. He said no, he doesn't want to see that. I should offer to show him that I was calling my girlfriend after and I was talking to her. I was talking to Kat for like 2 hours. He didn't want to see that. And then he's like, well, why did you go on all these shows? Because right after this happened, he accused me on stream before talking to me of cyber terrorism and said he was going to sue me and take me to court, and he has all these lawyers on attorney. So if you go out and accuse somebody of terrorism and then say you're going to sue them, I feel like me going around and talking about that on other people's platforms and talking about it is perfectly like reasonable if you're making public accusations. He should have came to me in private and tried to resolve this in private since he has no evidence.
So yeah, really quick. Yeah. So I think that Brent, if there was something that was supposed to be off limits, you should have told him that. There's like no way that he could possibly like look into this guy's brain and see the cancer. I understand like if it goes over the line, it goes over the line.
But the level of insults came after the show as well when there was no more character. That's the thing.
Yes, I also think he's a stupid person. Yes,
but the
see, there we go. We
if you're doing
clarified
like
that.
if you're doing like a WWE style like debate royale, there's always going to be.
Like, I understand that. I understand. Me and the judges, we were okay. We were okay with tongue in cheek from time to time, but he lacked substantive debates. That's what Dylan.
By the way, that's not. Can I just say all of his judges don't even agree with that. Fabian, what do you think of that? By the way, since you were one of the judges, I just wanted to hear that.
So I'm getting called out for a bunch of stuff. So I'm just thinking, I think Edie was probably one of the worst performers. I mean, I made that very clear when we were discussing things. I was a guest judge. Yep. Apparently I'm a piece of shit. Apparently I knew this guy had brain cancer before. I don't know how the fuck I was supposed to know that, but apparently I did. But I'd really like to just, like when we get an opportunity, see what accusations you have of me. And then I want to actually break down those accusations and see what your fucking evidence is for it. Because you're on other people's stream on big platform talking shit about me, saying you're more disappointed in me than you are Dylan. And you're accusing Dylan of being a fucking terrorist. Like, dude, what the fuck?
Yeah, really quick, Brant, this is the last thing I'm going to say really quick. And if you guys want, I can I do agree with Dylan. Like there's been like things that have happened where he's learned his lessons about drama on this website and making accusations and shit. Like that's like all stuff that's under the bridge now. But like, I think that one of the things that he did take away from that he just said, like you should take things into private first and like try and settle things there. and then like come out with public accusations.
All right,
Because
so whenever
DDoSing
I
is
was
really, really, number one, hard to substantiate. Number two, it's a really serious accusation, right?
okay,
And
first off,
yeah.
whenever I came back online and I came back to my Discord, Fabian still had his live going. And in having his live going, when I was having a private conversation with the contestants, letting them know, hey, we're going
That's
to
a
have to
fucking lie. That's a fucking lie. Yes, I had it open, and so did Base Bastard, and so did several other people that were already live. This idea that like I'm streaming live a private conversation is a lie, and
Bro,
you know it.
you had shit to say the entire night. You made fun of Yeety from the very beginning.
Pivot.
But he's a very easy person to make fun of. His
You
points were
showed
very
bias
silly.
as a judge, bro. You literally just admitted to
All
using
judges,
bias as a joke.
all of the judges.
Yeah, but
were
you showed it to the
extremely
audience.
biased.
No, you showed it to the audience. You revealed your cards. You basically gave up the production. No, you fucked up,
The
Fabian.
production, what?
You were a lousy judge. You basically gave up.
I was
all
a
of the
lousy judge.
Yes, you were.
I was a lousy judge.
Yeah, dude. We had to override you.
Yes,
dude.
you had to overrule me because you thought Yeety was the best performing person.
Even though his points were
Anyone that
stale,
watches
he
it,
made
you know
points
what?
as opposed to Dylan.
Help
who
out
just
Brand for
talked
Liberty.
shit.
You should watch the VOD. If a single one of you watching the VOD legitimately believes that Yeety was one of the higher performing people in the first or second round,
He didn't make
I
the
will
top half. He was
apologize
5 out of
to
9.
that person.
He was 5 out of 9.
You had two of the judges were saying that he was one of the best people. Granted, I don't have that on a VOD because anytime we were doing judging and I had everything muted.
Bias? They didn't talk about it to their communities.
I said again, watch the VOD, and if anybody thinks that
you talked shit,
I will
about the whole
apologize to
thing.
that specific person.
You acted like it was some horrible thing that you had to go through last night.
It was a bit of an ordeal. Yes, it was.
Okay,
but you know what?
I will
Sometimes
never
as my closing,
have
because
going on again, brother.
really
It's all
quick,
good.
Brent. So,
Dude,
as
I
my
know that
closing-
you're literally talking shit. Like this moment the stream was over, you were accusing people of all
You
kinds of crazy
literally took the moment to hop out of the call and go talk shit, Fabian, for multiple hours. You literally
We were not
multiple
talking shit
hours.
multiple hours. We were talking about wrestling.
You pulled
We were
up
talking about
multiple.
fucking
No,
all kinds of
you
shit.
went down the line talking shit about each person, dude. You have clips that have 500, 400 views. You have your VOD as well that shows your entire conversation.
I'm going insane here.
I feel like
we're
I'm going
talking about
into-
like
no,
wrestling and the debate
yeah.
space and all kinds of other shit. I'm
Yeah,
talking to
it's not
Dylan
as deep-
because I
was
thought
talking
it was
about
I thought it was
Fit
silly the way it
Finley.
went.
I was talking about
think
Fit Finley, one of the most obscure, or like if you're not a wrestling fan, you don't know who Fit Finley is. I'm talking about like
we're
deep wrestling
talking-
more.
I know.
We're
he was
talking
like a
about
big
the fact that when I
shit
was a kid, I was like, I had a moment of racial conscious awareness because my little
talker.
black
That
friends
was
in
like the
neighborhood-
last 10 minutes. That was the last
The
10
last 10
minutes.
minutes, you're
I know you can
lying.
reference an anecdote and then try to stretch it out like it's an image across the entire
You
conversation.
accused
You
someone
spent
of
an hour.
wild shit, and I was there. Of course, I had
Osama bin Dylan.
Bro. Yeah.
Okay.
Look, you can whataboutism all that you want, but it doesn't work here, Fabian.
Well, you said you have accusations against me. We're going through the accusations, and the evidence you have for the accusations is scant as fuck.
Yes.
So,
Yeah.
so in what
So-
way was I making fun of Yeety, knowing that he had a disability?
Okay. Last
You have
thing,
any
really
proof
quick,
that I knew
Fabian.
that?
That's what I was about
you-
to say.
you
I have to
continue
leave.
to go in.
I have to
Yeah.
leave. But
All right,
Brant, this
son.
is what I would say from you and Fabian. If you want to like send me stuff, right? If you guys
The only
can,
thing I
like,
want to
send me
send
the
you is
VOD.
the pronunciation is Fabian or
Fabian,
Scott.
I'm so sorry. I've been hearing people saying Fabian. So okay. But
God damn
anyway,
it,
Fabian.
Stardust. What have you started?
So yeah, if you guys send me some stuff, like I can look at those things. I'll go live tomorrow and I'll see if this is like legit, like absolute horrible ableism, making fun of someone for brain cancer, or if this seems to be like just kind of interpersonal stuff that is.
Watch
kinda
Fabian's cut.
dumb.
Watch Fabian's commentary the entire night talking shit.
Okay,
That's the
yeah,
one you need to. That's the one you need. Like
sure.
real professionalism.
And if you can like
And Sanso,
like
by the
without
way,
doxing yourself.
since this is now getting into terrorism accusations, like, are we
Yeah, it's pretty absurd.
Since, well, no, obviously Osama bin Dylan, but
Yeah.
I will also like be willing to like take out DMs that me and Brandis had to show like the type of content I had on the show. He knew in advance that would be the type of content I was be doing, and I was not told of any like thing that I need to be careful of, and he was laughing along for the vast majority of the show with the stuff I was doing.
Our
Sure.
original messages
yeah.
are for episode 3, the one where that had prelims and judging and polls and,
so,
stuff like that.
Why didn't
never
you tell me anything
Dylan,
changed
we-
then?
No,
Give
I
this
put it
all
at the
to me
no.
in
I put it at the
DMs.
very top of the thing. I
told me-
outlined
Brant,
the rules.
Brant,
No, I
give this to
outlined
me
the
in-
rules for everybody.
give it
I
to
don't
me-
need to
give it
send
to
you
me in
specially
DMs.
programmed rules,
Wow.
Dylan.
Brent,
But you knew in
qualify all of that.
advance.
Qualify all the screen caps to me in DMs. All right. I love you guys very much. I hope you guys have a happy New Year's.
Have a happy New
we
Year's.
should
sounds
we
fun.
should probably try to have a lot of evidence behind our claims before we make them. If you're just really upset,
My evidence literally right now is
Right,
being
no.
processed. As soon as I
Yeah,
have it in my
I-
hand,
right.
it will be an ordeal.
I
that's-
actually,
You have no evidence.
actually,
I agree. If you
I
have
believe.
evidence,
Wait,
then
no,
that's when you come
I
forward
just got
with it,
evidence.
right?
Brant is a Somali pirate off the coast, and the evidence will come to light in the next 2 weeks. Okay,
Hey,
I
we'll
don't need
see
to
how
find
your
any
evidence
evidence.
versus my evidence
Okay,
pans out.
dope. I got it. I have the evidence,
I'm a
obviously.
Somali
It's
pirate.
just like
Okay,
it's
Somali
just
pirate.
like the
See
boats
which- we'll
that
see
used to
which
do
one's more
radio
feasible.
broadcasting. Just like the boats that used to do radio broadcasting, pirate radio. Brant for Liberty. All right, I love you guys. I'll catch you guys later. All right.
Okay,
Oh,
bye bye.
peace.
See ya.
Love you, son.
I mean, like, the fact remains, man, is that you're involved to some degree.
How?
Mhm.
Not sure the specifics. I will
Don't know
have that
anything.
because I don't want to speak when it comes to
You
finite-
already. What do you mean? You already accused him.
Oh yeah, no.
With several
of
people
course.
streaming.
Oh, of course, Fabian. Of course. Yes, I have, because that's what he is. Because he talked about it all night, sitting there like this, all nervous. Oh, yeah. I don't do nothing to anybody. Oh,
Okay,
yeah,
so
yeah.
hold on, pause. We can't make fun of people, right?
Right.
For their
For
immutable
brain
characteristics.
cancers
Yeah.
and their immutable
For
characteristics that we're
being
not aware of.
anxious after
And you
committing.
say that you know and that you've watched the VOD.
Here comes the
And if you
whataboutism.
watched the fucking VOD, you would know that we had a lengthy conversation about ADHD with Dylan Burns and how we talked about some of the tics we had and some of our experiences taking Adderall and Vyvanse as children and how we've had to deal
When
with
did that?
different
When did
tics.
that occur, Fabian? When did that occur?
Last night.
part of-
It, like,
Last
midway
night.
What
through.
Dylan,
part of the
we're talking
part of
about.
the conversation? What part of the conversation?
supposed to have a
Was it
fucking
in between?
timestamp right
No.
now?
Okay, so like your whataboutism starts with you being able to omit.
No, you're just proving that you didn't watch
insulting-
the fucking VOD.
No, I did. I sat while I
you're
was on my
lying.
phone. I sat there and watched the
lying.
entire thing.
I talked about in detail on how I have different tics, and one of them is like I start shaking. One of it is I start hitting the side of my chair.
Is
and
that
like
that's when you're nervous? So you're admitting that you were nervous?
no, that's okay. You don't understand what I'm saying. You just talked about how you shouldn't go after people's immutable characteristics. I have ADHD, and so anytime I get
I do as
excitable
well.
or I have fun, one of the things I
Yeah.
do is I put my hands to my
You
side
think I
and
can
I
talk
hit the
to a
side of my
camera
chair.
for 12 hours a day?
And
I
so-
think I can talk to a camera for 12
And so
hours a
what
day.
you're doing right now, after going after me for attacking somebody's immutable
Oh, here-
characteristics,
yeah,
is saying
this is when the left becomes the victim. They go, "Oh my God, I did something heinous,
You've
but now
been
I
playing-
can somehow through the
Nobody-
measure of your own
nobody
lens."
gives-
I don't
no one
care.
gives a fuck. No one's giving a fuck that you're making fun of him for being ADHD. What we're saying is it proves
we
that you
reiterated
didn't watch.
passive aggressively.
That you didn't watch the fucking VOD. That you're saying that you
The
that you know
fact
exactly
remains.
what
The
percentage
fact
of the VOD.
remains is,
And then
Dylan
we're
and the
using your own
community did something
hypocrisy against
heinous.
you.
They went on a little PR spree last night to cover their tracks. Today,
PR
it's show
spree,
me
it
the
was
evidence. Show me
3:30
the
in
evidence.
the fucking morning. Like if I wanted to make a big stunt.
Oh yeah,
out
so
of this,
oh,
I would have
like,
gone live during
like
prime
Dylan just
time.
like
Wait,
Dylan
wait.
just did an hour and a half ago, starting off. I'm wanted by the FBI, all of this shit, rather than coming and talking to me and be like, "Hey, dude, I feel as though
Fabian,
I've
did you
heard
see that
and I've
meme?
seen."
Did you see the meme?
No, I didn't.
I gotta send you the meme. It's so funny.
Yeah, exactly. See, it's a meme chat because that you
It
have to
is.
laugh off the
It's
seriousness
a
of your
meme-
crime.
It's a meme.
Look at
What's
this meme.
severe
Look at it.
crime?
Look at that shit. It's
You have to
hilarious.
laugh off the seriousness of your crimes, chat.
What seriousness of what crime? You're accusing people of a bunch of bullshit.
Oh, I'm looking at the objective causation. I'm looking at
I know, it's
objective
funny,
causation
right?
right now.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. Geek made that. Good job, Geek.
Look, I have no problem saying exactly how I feel about any of this
I had
shit.
plenty of time.
I
You only
think
had
the
about 2 or 3
judging last
viewers.
night was
They're editing, not
there was-
getting anything done in life.
I'm sorry, what? I'm
Not
sorry.
only is he
I
a
was-
loser, but like basically his country's a loser. So
Are you just
Wh-
attacking
who's a
the nation
loser?
of
What are we
France
talking
now?
about?
Is that you're just gonna attack?
Is
the
that
nation
like
we
of
all
France?
know the,
just-
the French never
What?
really won any crazy wars. Come on now.
Have you
Is
ever heard
there-
of?
is
Wait,
there
have you ever
anybody
heard
else
of
you would like to
Napoleon?
attack
Wait, what?
in your
What are you
desperation?
Yeah, I've heard of Waterloo as well.
My country is under attack, so I have a right to answer.
Yeah, go ahead, rebut.
Okay, listen,
Make
First
sure
of all,
all four
I
of your
hope that
viewers are here.
everyone
Make sure
is
all four
enjoying
of your
this
viewers are
content.
here. Make sure all
All right,
four of
shut
them are
the
here.
fuck up.
Are all four there? Is mommy and daddy there?
All right, shut the fuck up.
You're
All right,
talking shit
for
on people's
everyone at
viewers,
home,
like
I hope you're enjoying this. This is what we're doing at Dylan Burns TV. I know that we all know that you like the Demon Mama and like hates Vadim drama. So we decided to redo another version of that. You know, we change the character, change the settings a little bit. That's the work we do behind the scenes. So I hope you're enjoying all of this. This is all part of the script. Sorry, you can go back. We were at page 43. Go.
How did you grade Dylan's we'll call it comedy versus Yeety making points?
I had Dylan in the middle. I didn't really have anything written for Dylan because I felt he was in the middle of the pack. And I think most people,
because he didn't do anything. He cracked jokes and insulted people the whole time, the entire time.
We talked when we were judging about the fact that when he was talking about things that I could deeply disagreed with that takes that he was having on the vaccine. But I said, at least when he said those things, Gaithius posted things into the Discord and that Dylan was reading off of the CDC and that Yeety and other people, when they were making claims, they didn't have any references, names of doctors or anything to back up the arguments that they had.
No, but you're omitting the fact that we looked up those things read from the CDC, and they were either things that had.
That's not your fucking job when you're going through debate analysis to try and determine who's right and who's wrong.
That is true. That is the biggest problem with people trying to do debate shows is they think their job is to determine who's right and who's wrong. No, it's to judge their debate performance and their rhetoric. It's never to determine who's right and wrong.
Okay,
if that's the case, then of course the right wingers
if we're going
win.
purely on debate, if we're going purely on debate substance, just lobbing jokes and not getting to any point at all, you got defeated on the fact that at least Yeety through jokes or not jokes, through facts and an argument, and it went stale. We had him at number 5, pretty much a solid 5 the whole thing. He wasn't really good enough to where we had him as someone who was in the runnings for the winner.
By the way, I don't care if I lost or not. I really don't. I'm telling you that, by the way. But the thing is, well, what?
I'm just pushing back on this bullshit.
What do you mean the underlings? What underlings? Who? Name a person. Is there any person who did the Danabo? Maybe Danabo maybe did it. He's a shifty British man in the middle of America. I mean,
all I'm saying, Dylan, there's nothing you can say or do that will convince me that last night went any other way. My community and at least a dozen other content creators on here.
Victim. Complex.
Yeah,
you're immovable. You're dug in.
You're damn right.
You would have been perfectly fine saying,
morals.
Dude, you would have been perfectly fine saying, dude, this is fucking weird. This is suspicious. I'm going to fucking investigate. I have some fucking inklings. But when you accuse people on multiple people's streams and then try and later say, oh, it was private conversation. Get the fuck out of here. You knew multiple people were streaming. And you try and accuse people, right, of committing fucking federal crimes,
Arizona,
and felonies, right?
Yep.
And you have no evidence other than your opinion.
I had the evidence is being procured so that I can make the evidence is being procured so I can make an exact statement.
You made an exact statement.
You accused me of cyber terrorism.
Yeah, it's vague. It's going to get more specific though. It's pretty vague right now.
And then you're calling me a piece of shit because why? Because I made fun of Yeety some?
No, you talked shit, bro. You talked shit on
We're allowed to talk shit after you call me a
cyber
terrorist.
No. You think I should just no. You think that I should just be cool with the way
I think you should take it on the chin and sulk away because you made wild accusations with no evidence.
No.
Because you lost.
I lost? How did I lose? The person who how did I lose? I didn't lose anything.
Jesus Christ, keep up. I'm talking to Dylan.
Jesus.
Oh.
Did you eat paint chips too?
Well, specify who you're talking to. When you're speaking in cursive.
Wait, do you have brain cancer? I just want to check out.
I literally say Dylan. I don't know.
How many people are you going to make fun of while trash talking other people for making fun of other people?
As many as it takes.
It's stupid. Like you're being a fucking hypocrite.
No. They insulted my community. They attacked my community. I'm not just speaking on behalf of my
attack your community?
Because he thinks you DDoS.
By the way, can I tell you something, Fabian? You don't have any
evidence
of that. You don't have any evidence. Show me evidence. By the way, Fabian,
it doesn't matter.
Brant said
I'll take a page out of your book. He said
I was doing hate raids earlier, and the reason I was doing hate raids was because I sent my people in to vote for me during the competition last time, and that's what he considered a hate raid.
For the record, you can hate raid me whenever you want.
Thank you. I'll take my hate raids on you out in the future.
Get the fuck.
All right, I need to break the fourth wall here because I need to know. This has been going on for nearly 2 hours now. Is this real, Brent, or is this a bit?
This is 100% real, Danabo. Last
it's
night,
scripted.
the culmination.
I have the script right here. I spent so much time writing this. Like, how dare you?
How dare you? Like, dude, you can clutch your pearls. You can clutch your pearls all you want.
Yes, he has
dude.
funny accent. We get
okay.
it. Okay.
Go back to the script.
Yeah. I mean,
Go back
do you
to
not
the
believe-
street, bro. You okay?
So this is just absurd, man. Like, I understand that you're upset. I understand that you feel like you might have been attacked. That's an okay feeling to have. It's an okay to go through an investigation because of that, because it is oddly suspicious, the fucking timing, right? I'm not accusing anybody of anything here,
Yeah,
but it is
see.
oddly fucking suspicious that it happens when you're doing a big panel.
Called
and even
it,
more
Fabian.
suspicious,
I called it.
and it's even more suspicious that it happens while you're announcing the fucking like that is the climax
winner.
of the show.
Yeah.
Right? It is the climax of the show. That doesn't mean that I'm not going to talk shit. That doesn't mean that I don't think your judges were.
Hey, Leah, how's it going?
That also doesn't mean that I don't think that your moderating could really use some work to clean up what's going on. And I'm going to have some conversations about that. But that being said, it's good to have competition. It's good to have panels. But when you come onto someone else's platform, right, a big platform, to accuse them of fucking terrorism, which you have no fucking evidence of, and then start calling out other people and saying they're a piece of shit, and then we go through and we find out that you haven't fucking watched the VODs, that you don't.
I have watched. Where do you think I got all the clips that I did this morning, Fabian?
Just because you procured some fucking clips skipping around, or that your community.
How would I know what
some
the
fucking
clip
clips,
is, Fabian, if I
I
hadn't
don't know what
naturally
fucking clips
occurred
you have
upon me?
because I didn't want to be a part of any goddamn.
I
drama
watched
until you
not.
started
Look,
accusing me
I
of
didn't.
shit.
I did not only just watch the after show. I watched what you were saying during the show. What you were saying about the contestants. What you were saying about the protest. What you were typing in the chat as well.
Hours. It's been 12 hours since I ended my stream. I did a 7-hour stream. You're telling me that you watched my whole stream?
No, it has not been 12
Bullshit.
hours. No, you ended your stream at around like 3 a.m. That's 15 hours ago.
4:30 in the morning. Sorry, but
4:30
when did this
14
conversation
hours later?
start? When did this conversation start?
About an hour ago.
Okay, I apologize. I thought it was 2 hours ago because people were saying shit was popping off.
No, I
Okay.
log online and I see Dylan
so 14
fucking
hours. I was
that
trying to
he's
say 12 hours.
wanted by the feds and all of this shit, and he knows what he
Amen.
did.
I'm in the mountains of West Virginia. I'm hiding out until this
Right.
all blows over.
You're accusing me of shit, and then we go through and we find out that there are significant pieces of my VOD that you don't know what's going on.
Dude.
Also, I was making fun of Catarana in the fucking stream. I also I made commentary on throughout the entire time. I made
He
commentary.
even said I was wrong
did.
multiple times. I even heard him say it.
I talked shit on Dylan. I talked shit on everybody in that fucking stream. And I said positive things on that stream. And whenever we did any type of judging, I made sure that I kept my notes to myself. And I made sure that I muted both the audio from the speakers and my microphone the entire time we were doing stuff. Right? You might have been able to get an inkling of who I was going to vote for as one of 4 judges by watching.
Funny
my
how we got
stream.
like the protector crew, because when it was one-on-one with me and Dylan, he was actually getting demolished in the conversation. He couldn't hold a lane,
Really?
so we had to get
Is
the
this
rest of the
is this
crew
what we're
in.
doing? So, like,
We
this
had
is
the boy.
kind of
No, we had to
pivot
get the.
shit
No,
you're
no, no,
doing
no,
right
no,
now?
no, no.
Brant,
No, look,
bring
look,
on
look.
anybody you want to bring on. I don't care.
You won't fucking.
No, no,
you
no.
won't
I don't
engage
need to
with what
bring
I'm
on others,
saying.
Dylan.
You'll just
I
say,
can
"Oh,
just
it's
talk to
funny."
you one-on-one with the truth. I don't have to bring in other.
I didn't tell any of
clout
these
chasers
people
around me.
to. I didn't tell any of these people. To
Well,
come
for
in
someone
here.
that seems to be obsessed with the truth, you seem to be making a lot of accusations without evidence, and you seem to be pivoting every time
Yeah,
somebody brings
I
up a
have
good point.
Look, I have the
You
proof.
sound like
Also,
you're full
Brant,
of shit.
can I
You
say
sound
something,
like
by
you're
the
a
way?
liar, and you sound like you're
Okay.
pivoting away from the truth.
Brant, when
No,
people,
I'm not
people
at all in
don't-
any way. I've not moved at
every
any
single
point.
person who
Any
has to
standpoint.
claim victory, because like I was demolishing, I was doing so. Anybody who has to come out and claim that they won usually are not the winners. They're usually the people who have something to prove. So you
Yeah,
coming
usually
out,
the people that have to have their boys come into the chat to back them up because they can't stand.
they came in
just
because
can't
this is
do
a
it by
joke. They're
themselves.
laughing at you. They're here because this is funny. If you look at Danabo, he's just laughing. What is he doing? He's doing nothing but laughing.
Yeah, dude. I ain't got
done
nothing
my
against
work.
Danabo. I fuck with Danabo. But I don't fuck with you anymore, Dylan. Like what you did was.
I don't
fucked
want
up,
you to
bro.
fuck with me. You accuse me of terrorism. If anything, if you,
Exactly. Dude, I make sure I rip the Band-Aid off whenever it goes.
Unironically,
like I
if
did
you
with
accuse me of
CCTV.
cyber terrorism, I should be suing you for defamation, if anything.
You have to prove that I'm lying if you sue me with defamation.
Okay, I'll show them the records. All I have to do is show, like, hey, I proved to them that I didn't DDoS.
No, but you have to.
You
No,
accuse me- wait,
You have to
terrorism.
prove that.
Okay,
no,
be
you
clear.
have to prove. No, you have to
Terrorism.
prove that my
Terrorism.
information is false for defamation.
No. If you accuse somebody of cyber terrorism, it's not as simple. All I have to do is show them that I didn't DDoS anybody.
That's
terrorism.
You can't sue him for defamation because you have to prove damages, and nobody believes him.
True, that's fair. Okay,
True.
I didn't think about that.
Oh, there's a lot of people that believe me. They just don't sit around a CNN mouthpiece's chat. Or some dude who LARPs as an ANCAT while kissing progressive ass all day, tongue in it.
Wow.
You think I'm LARPing as an ANCAP?
Yeah, I think that you are because you can just
Prove
you can
it.
play the part. You're a LARPer, dude. You know how to talk the talk. You know how to talk the talk. You've edged yourself in to the
So
community.
now I'm a grifter because you have nothing to stand on.
Well,
right?
because you
have
got all
nothing to
cozied up in
stand
this
on.
little mob
Hiding and clip.
establishment.
Don't lie,
You
he got
cozied
hiding and
yourself
clip.
up.
To the establishment. Okay, first of all, anarcho-capitalism is not a populist movement, right? So it's not necessarily anti-establishment. It's actually one of the things the left-wing anarchists hate so much is because of our focus on the legitimacy of hierarchical structures, right? Yes, I network. Yes, I meet people. Yes, I talk to people. Yes, I make friends. That doesn't mean I'm cozying
Kiss that
up
ass,
to the
brother. It's okay,
left-wingers.
man.
Fucking Dylan runs the biggest panel. Obviously, I'm going to be friendly to people in that regard.
Hey, you're gonna show.
Brand-
That doesn't not make me an
Brand-
anarcho-capitalist.
wait.
Favoritism.
Hey, what does that mean? Does that mean I can read our DMs and talk about your ass kissing, or is that not allowed?
Yeah, I was nice and I complimented you, Dylan. I'm a nice person to everyone.
so how is he ass kissing and you weren't ass
No, here's the
kissing?
thing, Dylan. I will openly ass kiss people that are my friends and then I feel as though have my best interest. And in the past, I thought very highly of you, actually, Dylan. And despite other people telling me what a fucking shit stain that you are, I decided that I didn't care about that because my community always says we want to reach across the aisle. So I said, regardless of that, even though people felt really shysted when you sent your community and basically skewed the fuck out of the results, you
What
eliminated
does that
the people
mean?
you wanted
Of
to.
course, that's how you're gonna. Okay, look, if
Hey,
you
Brant.
have an open vote, people go in there and they vote. That's how elections work.
Brant, if I was like such a LARPer for my ideology, for like clout and victory, why did I come out and when I was invited on your panel the first time and say ACAB fuck 12 and all cops are oath breakers?
Because lefties say that too.
That's why.
What do you
Oathbreaker.
mean?
Oathbreaker is a term I made up. An
No,
anarcho-capitalist term I made
Oathbreaker is
up.
not a word. Oathbreaker is not a word that you made up.
Okay, you're right.
Yeah,
I
you
originally
didn't
got it from
invent it.
Dungeons and Dragons, but I used it in terms of fucking cops, right? And made a whole video early in my career explaining how police officers often violate the First, Second, Fourth, Fifth, and Eighth Amendment of the
Hey,
Constitution.
Anon, thank you for
I could
gifting
easily have not
Anon,
done that.
Thank
and
you for
crushed
gifting
on
a
your
tier
fucking
1
panel.
sub to Brant for Liberty. I appreciate it.
Yep.
No, I've stayed ideologically consistent throughout all of my debate panels.
Yeah, I'm not saying you don't know how to play the part well. I'm just saying that your actions
you
speak
speak
a
the
lot
best
louder
way.
than your words.
My actions, what actions? Name them right now.
Talking shit and cozying up with people when you were supposed to be an ANCAP, someone who's very, very.
You cozied up with me until
on the
now.
edge.
No.
You did the
Pause.
same
Pause.
thing.
Yeah.
Pause,
Oh, I
pause,
did.
pause.
I totally did.
No. We were gonna hear some deep takes on what an anarcho-capitalist is supposed to be from Brant for Liberty. I'd like to hear you tell me what an anarcho-capitalist is supposed to be and how I'm not living up to it.
An anarcho-capitalist just wants to get rid of the monopolies that the government has and wants to shift the power to the private citizen, meaning privatize police, privatize judges, privatize attorneys, privatize everything, switching everything from taxes to subscription bases. And to a degree, some people believe in the non-aggression principle. Some people don't believe in the non-aggression principle. Depends on what degree of a libertarian that you are, whether you're a full-blown Ayn Rand or if you're a Mills Friedman or Milton
Yeah,
Friedman.
Ayn Rand's not an ANCAP. Mills Friedman, Chicago was not an ANCAP.
Mutualist or something like that, I think.
No, she's an objectivist. She invented the whole term. She's a minarchist.
Yes, but what I'm saying is there are varying degrees to libertarianism, and anarcho-capitalism is just one of the furthest extremes of that. The reason why I'm
Sure.
not an ANCAP and I'm a MINCAP is because I put a fence down once the non-aggression principle starts being violated. Once capitalism supersedes human rights, that's the point when I put.
I mean, it's interesting
fence
hearing
down.
you flounder on the philosophy of anarcho-capitalism, libertarianism, and the differences.
Me
I asked
flounder?
you,
How am I flounder?
what
I
is
think
an
you have pretty damn
anarcho-capitalist?
articulate.
Viewers, what is it that an anarcho-capitalist is supposed to be, and how they behave, and how are my actions proving that I'm not an ANCAP? Tell me how my actions are proving. That's the accusation you made. Now fucking back it up.
Yeah, no,
You
most
wanna call me
definitely.
a
Like I
Christian?
said, you
Go.
talk a big game, but you cozy up with progressives. Like that was my point.
But you cozied up to me.
So
Yeah, but I don't claim to be an ANCAP.
So what you're saying is that
I'm a
ANCAPs can't have
I'm a
left-wing
social
friends.
minarchist. I get along with
So hold on,
moderate
pause.
lefties and moderate righties.
Please tell me anywhere in the literature from Rothbard or from any Austrian economist that
Okay,
you can think
Rothbard,
of,
okay.
or Hoppe or any of the ANCAP thinkers, right?
Well, we're talking
that
about
you're
your
not allowed to
objective
be
studies.
friends
No, we're
with
talking about
left-wingers.
No,
Tell
I'm
me.
just saying. Oh, you can be friends with whoever you want, but I'm just saying it shows. I'm still allowed to have a opinion on your friendship and what I define that friendship is, whether it's clout chasing, ass kissing, cozying up to something because now you're a part of this inner nucleus or something to some degree, or because you held an important role like a judge. So people cozied up to you so they could clout chase off of you. You could clout chase off of them. They can make an appearance on your show. You can have them on your show. It's a good networking opportunity. And what you do is you throw the other people under the bus, which shows what a piece of shit that you are at the same time as someone who isn't who they preach that they are. Your objective studies and what you objectively believe in.
So you
is-
watched
or
my VOD,
subjectively.
right? You watched
Go
my
ahead.
VOD, right? I said
Go
I
ahead.
was going to talk about how hilarious this judging was before anything happened with Dylan. It had nothing to do with talking with Dylan about you and your fucking DDoS accusations. Okay? I was going to talk shit on how horribly biased your judges were right after I had my first conversation with them. And the riff guy was literally exuding fucking hate off of the ideas that he disagreed with, instead of talking about the rhetorical devices, the who was dominating the conversation, who was speaking the most, who was funny, who had the most logically sound, not necessarily right or wrong ideas, any of those things. But you watched my whole VOD, right? So you already know this, which either makes you a liar then or makes you a liar now.
Oh, look, speaking of clout chasers, the biggest one right here.
Like, you call me out on all kinds of bullshit, and anytime
Wait,
I
wait,
question
wait,
you,
okay,
it's
okay, okay,
bullshit.
No. He walked into the lion's den. Let him talk.
Okay,
Go
let him
ahead.
talk. Okay.
Wait, let him talk? Next time I get fucking muted in this server, there will be no more participation for the rest of the fucking year in 2022. Got it? Do you understand me?
Yes.
Now, what the fuck is this shit going on over here tonight? Why am I getting messages from all kinds of fucking people about Brand for Liberty, who's well fucking known for creating fucking capitalist drama that only serves that own fucking end and doesn't give a fuck about community?
The guy who comes in who is
Amen.
the drama king.
Drama king.
Yeah.
That's why your name's
Does that make you the drama
way
queen?
more.
What?
Right, with CTV.
Dude, you don't have a career without people helping you, CTV. You're a
Neither
loser.
does anybody else on this whole platform. Welcome to motherfucking Content
Nah, dude.
Creation 101.
Nah,
You
nah, dude, you're a
You
loser,
just got
CTV.
destroyed. Brent just
you're
got
a
destroyed in
loser,
the realm
CTV.
of ideas. I
You're-
can't believe it.
You don't
He just
get
got wrecked.
anything. You don't get nothing with
I
outrage,
got a
bro.
basic education when I was in fucking
Oh,
school.
bro, I
That's all the
have
fuck I
a bachelor's. What do you have, bro?
I got a motherfucking
Wow,
master's.
look at that.
What?
Anti-working
What do you have a
class
master's
right-winger.
A master's
Warming the
in
couch?
controlling your fucking mind right now.
Oh, of
Gosh,
course.
how's
Yeah,
that?
yeah. Look at
Hey,
him.
look at him.
Yeah, you got. Whoa.
He just
What the
got.
fuck have you done in your
This
life?
is that.
besides
This is
sit
that.
behind
This
the
is that
goddamn
brother
camera
cousin DNA
and
right
watch
here.
all your hair fall out. I'm 38 fucking years old. I can still grow a full head. Why you wearing that?
Oh, my hair.
Why?
Now we're going after the hair.
Why?
You're a loser.
ain't
You
got
live off
shit.
your wife. You live off your wife, brother. Hey,
Me
what about
living
your
off of
son?
my
Hey, does
wife
your
is
son?
supposed
Hey,
to
does
make
your
me a
son
loser.
want to be in your life?
Actually, what that does is that makes you.
Hey, how's
a
your
motherfucking
relationship with
bigot.
your son?
That makes
Steve?
you a sexist.
Hey,
Damn, we got
how's your
you
relationship
again.
with your son?
That
CTV.
someone can't be sitting there
How's your
supporting
son?
their
How's your
wife
son
and
doing,
their
Steve?
career
What the
right?
fuck?
Is the
Hey, your
problem.
wife's out working right now.
Dude.
Well,
Okay,
why
Brant,
don't you sit right
wait.
behind me in my
Pause,
fucking chair.
pause,
You say some more
pause.
shit like this, motherfucker,
Pause.
and my ass is going to come
Pause.
to Texas
No.
and give you.
No.
Okay.
No, we can't
okay.
do that.
Well, he just made a threat.
Okay. Black. Okay. I'm muting people because we're getting serious. Let me be clear. Let's not talk about people's children, okay? As much as I like blood sports and this is all very funny to me, let's not go after people's kids, and let's not talk about going to people's place of residence either, okay? I think people's children is a very clear line. I think that's fine. And I think talking about people's like personal family and shit is also another clear line. Let's also not talk about going to people's places either, because then like people start getting banned, okay? Okay, I'm gonna unmute people.
No, I want an apology right now. You better apologize for saying you're coming to my house, or I have a bunch of people right now that are hovering over the button.
No, I apologize for going after his kid then.
I will. If you apologize,
mentioning my fucking wife in your fucking mouth, you son of a bitch. I don't know who the fuck you think you are, but I'm gonna put it like this: this is the last time you run your mouth.
you're an
about
alcoholic.
My fucking wife,
You're an alcoholic loser. You're a loser.
This is the last time you run your fucking mouth
You're a
about my
loser.
wife or anything to do with my fucking life.
She's the breadwinner. She's the breadwinner. She's the breadwinner.
Do you understand me?
She's the breadwinner. She makes all your money.
Why does that matter?
Because he says he's an alpha male. He says he's an alpha male. All he is just an alpha queen
here
mind.
on Twitch, CTV will not be participating with that community, and that starts right the fuck now. So anybody out there that was hoping for a CTV destiny, if Brad is involved over here,
he's using Destiny clout. Look, dick riding Destiny while talking shit.
You'll find me in the wolf's
Hey, can we get a hillbilly translator in here, please?
Wait, you earlier said that you were angry against me because I called people hillbillies when I never did that. Why?
No, you insult. You made fun of somebody who has a brain disorder. Hillbilly, I don't care.
Wait,
I don't
no,
care.
you did complain about that earlier. Okay, when the YouTube video, I'll just play the clip again, and you'll look like an idiot.
No. You insulted intelligence.
Geek, you know to get the hillbilly clip now. Okay, you have to get that, Geek.
No. I'll say it again. CTV is a hillbilly.
Okay.
There you go. Boom.
And to be clear, so what you're saying is right
he's
now.
a guy who walks around
To be clear,
sucking his vape, saying that he's an alpha wolf, and his wife pays majority of the bills.
So what you're saying is that you're scared of powerful women. You're scared of women. Women scare you because you have a small penis.
I said I'm pissed off by people that call themselves alpha males and they don't do anything in their household.
Wait, he does things in his house. What are you talking about?
5 minutes to remove Brant from this Discord, or I'm removing myself.
Okay. Look.
I'll gladly remove myself, Dylan. Look.
Okay.
I feel like honestly, mainly, I just feel like pissed off because you did something fucking wrong.
You have no evidence. You're a bitch. You're a victim. You can cry all you want. Now you're going after people's wives and children. You're going to weird shit because you're angry.
I bid you adieu and good luck. As soon as I find the evidence, brother, I will be serving you. So
yeah, serve me in court, bitch. Goodbye. Okay. Yeah, he's served me in court. What a fucking maniac. Oh my god, what a maniac.
I hate this drama shit. It's such bullshit, but at the same time I can't let people be on other people's streams calling me out as like a piece of shit, making up lies about me, fucking saying I'm a grifter, saying that I'm like fucking that I don't believe any of the shit that I say, and also or that I knew someone had brain cancer. And here's the other thing about that. Even if I knew Yeetus McYeetus had brain cancer, maybe I would have made less jokes. I might have, right? And that would be my fault.
I wouldn't.
That would have been a negative part of me that would affect me, because you should push through that emotion.
I would have said I wouldn't have changed anything.
And you should make fun of people anyways, because he didn't belong there. He was in the wrong place. He was in a blood sports panel, right? So Cletus McYeetus,
what a name, by the way. I love it.
The paint chip eating man that apparently has brain cancer. I don't actually know that he does or doesn't.
It sucks that he does. I mean,
way too stupid to be there.
The problem is, if you go on a political show, a political blood sport show, you go on a show, you can't expect people to then put on kids glove when talking to you. Definitely if you're not even told these things in advance. And then you go on the show called Bloodthirsty Thursdays, Blood Sports Panel. You go on the show, and while you're on the show, you say shit like COVID-19 vaccines, a social experiment. Yeah, I made fun of him. I said, "Oh, you're like Alex Jones, make the frogs gay." Yeah, I made fun of him because he said stupid things. My God, I don't like. My goodness. Hey, CTV.
And I brought this up. I didn't want to bring it up. Like I talked to you about it, Dylan, but I didn't want to bring it up at all. But it's like there's a certain pattern of behavior here from Brant of doing this to several other people. CTV being one of them. Now I don't want to get into the details of CTV and Brant's beef, right? But when you seem to be in the fucking hot seat with multiple other people to the point where people have to completely cut you off, and this happens multiple times, obviously there's something to be said about a pattern of behavior here in this situation.
I'm excited for the lawsuit, man. I'm ready for a lawyer to laugh at his face, man. It's gonna happen. He can build his ego up as much as he wants right now, but it's gonna happen, man. He's gonna go to a lawyer, he's gonna tell him his case, they're gonna laugh at his face, he's gonna find out he has nothing, then he can't do shit. And if he does sue me, then all he's gonna do is be flushing money down the toilet. And some lawyers taking advantage of a sucker. That's what's gonna happen.
This shit ain't drama between Brant and CTV. If I ever see that motherfucker out on the street, we're gonna have a man-sized conversation. Listen, I said conversation. I've been in this motherfucking sphere for a fucking year. I ain't been TOS banned. Everybody that wants to get motherfucking all twitchy whenever you're around CTV needs to fucking sit down and relax.
No.
I've been navigating this sphere better than fucking most, and I would venture to say anybody, especially considering the fucking level of memery that I fucking get into, all in the name of entertainment. This shit right here ain't fucking entertainment.
It isn't. I mean, the thing is,
somebody brings up my fucking wife, my kid, or anything to do with me personally, and think that there's not a man-sized conversation coming their fucking way? Motherfucker, come down here to Florida. I want to take you to Disneyland. You hear me? They got all kinds of fucking rides. We'll see if you're a galactic hero, motherfucker.
I'm sorry. Can someone please clip that?
Somebody, unironically. But the thing is, CTV, I don't know if you know. So basically, Brant accused me of being a terrorist who DDoSed his stream and thinks he can get me on cyber terrorism charges.
I was a guest judge. For Brant's panel. And his panel was done pretty piss poorly. And we talked, Dylan and I, among other things, about how this shit is actually harder than it looks. People think it's easy to run a panel, and it's fucking difficult. And I was going to talk about it with Dylan or not, right? Regardless, because there was a lot of issues that I saw that were really unfair and extremely biased in the way the judging occurred. Then his fucking shit gets taken down, and he immediately starts blaming Dylan. And saying that Dylan's community and Dylan are fucking DDoSing him. And then when it happens again, he accuses him of being a fucking terrorist. So of course I fucking talked to Dylan about it. Because I was a fucking judge. And
unironically, by the way, people think the terrorism thing is a joke. It isn't. He unironically thinks I'm a terrorist.
So yeah, and it's like, and then wants to accuse us of all kinds of bullshit. Because every time he's called out on the fact that he didn't watch the VODs, that he didn't pay attention to what was going on, that he has no evidence to substantiate any of his claims, he pivots, name calls, or says some other crazy, wild, dumb shit. Like I'm a fucking grifter and not an ANCAP. Or that like, we knew that he had brain cancer and that's why we were making fun of him. Like, get the fuck out of here with this shit. I get it. You're fucking pissed your stream got taken down because of some internet issues. Bad shit happens. Fucking tuck your chin up and keep fucking moving forward.
I'm looking at Brant's chat right now. It was a shit show, Brant. I was entertained though. They didn't even know it was a shit show.
I'm sure Brant's still watching. I don't give
a fuck.
Of
course he's watching. This is his
he's
content, right?
Out on all kinds
he's
of
a
bullshit.
small man who can't deal with this. He can't deal with this like a man and like man up. Here, he can't. He can't just
last night he came into the chat, was accusing Dylan of shit. I said, hey, let's squash this right now if you want to hop on. We don't have to do it during prime time. We can do this right now at like 3:00 in the morning, and like it won't be an issue. Just hop in the Discord so we can like squash this right now. But no, he didn't want to do that. He wanted to wait, and so did Dylan. Both you fuckers did, you little drama bitches. Fucking wanted to wait until you could make a goddamn event out of it.
I mean, I'm so
Wait,
excited.
real
I
quick,
really
guys.
want him to sue me. By the way, if he doesn't sue me, he's gonna look like the biggest bitch on the planet. And I want him and everyone in his community to commit to suing me. And he's committed to it multiple times. I need him to commit to it again. I need to see it. I need to see it. He's gonna look like the biggest bitch on the planet. And oh my god, I'm so excited. I'm so excited for a judge, if he actually somehow got this court, a judge to look him in the face and laugh at him and just dismiss it. And then he gets to pay for my court fees. That'll be fun. It'll be fun.
Real quick, I have a question. When I go to the US, CTV, can we go to Disneyland?
You know, geek. I'm gonna be honest with you. Last time I went to Disneyland, I got sick. I'll take you to Legoland instead, bro.
Is Legoland fun? I've never been to Legoland.
I've never been to Legoland.
I haven't been to Legoland either, but you know what? It sounds a hell of a lot better than getting sick.
That's true.
Legoland does sound
Don't
fun.
forget that's a date. When I go to the US, we all go to Legoland.
Amen.
There we go. And
Amen.
then I'll take you for a ride up in the mountains in the GT.
That'd be fun.
Fuck yeah,
but
dude.
I'm not-
Look, I got this brilliant idea for content. You guys ready for this?
What's that?
Check this out. I'm going to get some cameras. I've already been talking about this. Getting more because I got a fucking GoPro already, right?
Huh?
Mount the cameras on the car. I want to have one on the dash facing everyone in the car, right?
Gotcha.
Now, here's the content. We're obviously not going to be able to put this on Twitch, right? But there's another site out there that's perfect for
Rumble.
And the name of the content is going topless while you're topless. And we go topless while we're topless, riding in the mountains in the GT.
I love how your brain works, CTV.
Fucking all right. I had nothing for that.
So I'm
They have a
thinking,
tier
look,
1 60
we
watt.
just basically like sell tickets at this point, right? Anybody who wants to go topless while they're topless jumps in the car, they buy a ticket, then we take that content, we put it on this other site, right? And we go from there. Then like everybody's a part of the fun.
Slow nudist CTV arc. That's gonna be a
We
good
need
arc.
slow. Last year, this year.
Bro,
was
the speedo. Yeah, that was pretty close
Yeah.
to the nudist arc. Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty
Yeah,
close.
we've already been there.
Bro.
We're just starting to monetize it.
Well, this was a fun New Year's stream. This is the funnest.
Happy
drama
New
arc
Year,
I've ever
everyone.
had. Happy New Year.
Yeah, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year indeed.
Think about these losers spending time with loved ones and everything when they could be here, calling each other cyber terrorists and other names.
Bro, why spend time
Hey,
with
you're in
loved ones?
France. Mate, you're in France. You just had your New Year, didn't you? Your 5
Yeah.
hours, like 3 years ago.
I'm in
3
the
hours ago.
future right now. We're in 2022 here.
Are you in GMT?
Oh, you're in the future.
Yeah.
My goodness.
Okay, well, Happy New Year.
Awesome. What do you guys have any
Happy
New
New
Year's
Year.
resolution? Let's end the stream with that. Do you guys have any New Year's resolutions?
Well, the New Year's resolution for me was kicking off the Wolfpack New Year Spectacular, which starts time at 8 p.m. So now.
Oh, be sure to raid you right after.
And making it a annual thing. You're doing the Christmas thing. I figured, you know what? People obviously want to spend Christmas with the the Vince McMahon of Twitch politics, right?
Amen. Today we've
There you
shown
go.
again. We've shown once again today how I'm the Vince McMahon of Twitch politics.
And then obviously, when they're bringing in the new year, they need all that energy hype, so they're going to want to spend it with the Rock / Stone Cold / Ric Flair / the motherfucking man, right, of Twitch politics. It is the conservative main boss CTV. That's what we're doing tonight, right? So, just keeping up the content, participating with the community, and hopefully getting the tone right to not be as toxic this upcoming year as it was the previous year. I feel like we did a pretty good job of keeping most of the toxicity down. Obviously, there's always going to be some, but I feel like that we had a lot better community engagement in 2021 than we did in 2020.
Awesome. What about you, Danabo?
I'm just very happy with how this season of DylanburnsTV went. I'm glad that Brent agreed to do that. It was a great end to the year. I'm looking forward to next season. We've got some good storylines planned. Just keep an eye on Dylan Burns TV.
Awesome. What about you, Geek? What's your New Year's resolution?
That we hire more ghostwriters because I think we're gonna need to branch out on New York. So yeah, that's going to be a thing. More seriously, more good thing for Dylan Burns TV, whether it's on Twitch or YouTube, better content and everything. We're working on that.
Awesome.
And one wish to reaching 50K in the next few hours. That would be based.
That would be
on
based.
YouTube.
Hey, Kat, welcome. What's your New Year's resolution?
Yeah, I heard we were doing New Year's resolutions. I want to play.
Okay, what's yours?
I want to get you to clean the house more often.
Hey, the house is
wow,
clean.
and
Look
with
at the
that, I
back
gotta
room.
go.
Look at the back. Look at the background. It's very clean. It's very clean. Okay. Very clean. Okay. Fabian, what's your New Year's resolution?
To be able to work hard on growing the channel just enough to try and involve the Mises Institute to being more involved in communities in TikTok, YouTube, and Twitch.
Awesome. Okay. My New
Sounds
Year's.
generic.
My New Year's
Sorry,
resolution.
I just had to establish that I wasn't a fake ANCAP, I guess. I don't know.
My New Year's resolution is I want to get re-involved in combat sports. I loved boxing in high school. I boxed at the Sugar Ray Leonard's Boxing Center up in Palmer Park. I had a great time while I was there. Really good for fitness and health. And I think getting back involved in boxing, maybe some other martial arts would be cool. I'd like to get back into competition. That'd be cool. I loved combat sports a ton. And man, he really is still watching. Holy shit. You having fun, Brant? Anyway, I had a good stream. I'm gonna rate CTV. Happy New Year, everybody.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Happy New
Hey,
Year.
and make sure you guys make your way over to the Alpha Chat.
Okay. You have a good one.
Happy New Year.
Happy New
See ya.
Year, everybody.